Are on the air. The Columbus River Dragons are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Zelmo Zip-In, Country Inn and Suites, Kinetic Credit Union, Heckler & Koch, Pepsi Cola, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's head to the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth for the start of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. And join the voice of the River Dragons, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. Welcome into the Columbus Civic Center for the first time in 2022. New Year's Eve was a whole lot of fun between these two teams, the River Dragons taking a 6-4 victory over Port Huron. They've already won the series, 6 points out of the 6 possible so far. They're going for the full-on weekend sweep, 9 points out of 9. And if results go their way tonight with that potential 9 points out of 9 sweep, they could find themselves in second place heading into next weekend's games with the Delaware Thunder. That being from the River Dragon side of things, of course, the Port Huron Prowlers looking to go back to the eastern part of Michigan with some sort of victory, some sort of points to come back with. They don't want to come home empty-handed on the weekend. But however, River Dragons will have something to say about that in what's sure to be a very spicy affair. Last night's game, oh man, it got testy. We had 3 official fights. You could probably call 5 if you're kind of the unofficial, like the guys really going at each other and probably should have been called for 5s, maybe only got called roughings. So you know there's been messages sent. There has been a lot of stuff going on between these two teams, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see how it transpires here on a Saturday night in the Chattahoochee Valley. I'm Zach DeBozart. Lot to get to in tonight's Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. We're going to recap, as we said, everything from the last 2 nights, Biloxi and here. No real roster news and notes to tell you about ahead of today's game. We'll take a look around the FPHL. And coming up next, we'll go inside the lair. And our special guest in today's pregame show is number 21, Jagger Williamson. Jagger Williamson is on Inside the Lair, coming up next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit ourdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Welcome back to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. It's now time for Inside the Lair. Today our guest, goal in last night's game, number 21, Jagger Williamson. Jags, how are we doing today?
Hey, we're doing good. Sun came up. Another day to go after and play this great game of hockey.
First day of 2022. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Obviously, last night and the night before, finishing 2021 off with a bang, 2 straight wins against Port Huron, and now trying to go for the sweep. Just talk about the last 2 games for you and the guys here. One, a very defensive game. The other, seeming like end-to-end hockey. It's been a nuts series so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I mean, the break was awesome to get some rest, but I mean, we haven't been playing our best hockey, but I mean, good teams find a way, and I think that's what we've been doing the last 2 games. Last night, I mean, we put ourselves in a little hole, but hey, we never give up, just kind of next man up and just kept grinding. So hopefully get another big one tonight and get some rest.
I got to ask, what was the message in the locker room between the second and third period last night? Because you go into the room after the first period, you're up 2-1, maybe not the best period, but you fired a lot of shots. Everything seemed good, and then only 8 shots in the second period. Port Huron scored 3 straight. It was 4-2. Obviously, something was said because the guys came out, just firing on all cylinders from the first minute on.
Yeah, I mean, I think our leaders started leading us in a great example, starting with our captain. Just never, don't get too down on ourselves. I mean, something bad happens, respond in the right way, and I mean, luck favors the backbone, not the wishbone. So I think the boys just kept to it, and I mean, once we got one early in the third, it was just kind of rolling. So I mean, it's the best thing about this group is we just don't get down on each other, start turning heads and yelling at each other. We just kind of put our nose to the grindstone and just keep on.
2 goals in 36 seconds in the first minute, and then 2 goals in about a minute or so, and that second one, or the sixth one of the game, was yours. What do you remember on the play? Obviously, you had to feel good because that was that little insurance goal that really said, all right, this game's going to be ours tonight. Yeah,
that was a great start coming on the third. For my goal, I remember is Krupe just going wide. I know I was yelling at him early, and I was screaming at him pretty hard, and he just great patience by him going wide, and I just kept going to the net, hoping he was going to find a way, and underneath the stick, he passed it, and just kind of slid her 5-hole. So, I mean, that was a big one, big insurance. But, I mean, that start that we had in the third was awesome, and feeding off the crowd in this building is pretty fun.
We're speaking with Jagger Williamson on Inside the Lair. Inside the Lair, as always, is brought to you by the Dragon's Den Pro Shop and the Columbus Ice Rink. Open on Wednesdays every single week for all your ice skating and hockey needs. Speaking of Krupe and your line mates, Jay and MJ Graham, it's got to be kind of odd for you because those are 2 guys who've been veterans. They've been around for so long, and obviously, with how you've been involved in the River Dragons organization, it feels like you've been around for so long as well, but really, you're only, 20, 25 games into the pro career? I mean, how is it feeling for you to play alongside 2 of those veteran guys like that?
Yeah, and I mean, it's been very comfortable coming in and kind of just playing my own game and having 2 veteran presence on the side that kind of, if something does go bad happen or if I do make a mistake, they just kind of tell me, just don't worry about it, just kind of play your game. And definitely feel a little safer out there with 2 guys that have been in the league for 5, 6, 7 years, whatever, how long it is. And I know they've been playing together for day one. So, I mean, I was trying to come in and do my part, but they make it a lot easier to just jump in and play my game for sure.
Now when we look ahead to tonight's game, obviously 3-3. Those are very tough on the body, and 3-3 in 2 cities. But you got the 6 points so far, and I'm sure nobody in the room knows this, but if results go a certain way and we pick up a win, we could find ourselves in second place in the league by the end of this weekend. So, I mean, what do you look at for today's game? Because we know there was a little bit of message sending at the end of Friday, and it's been rough with Port Huron. Like, it's always seeming like it's been a very physical, very energetic, very emotional game. So what are we expecting here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of keep our emotions in check, and I mean, channel them in the right spots, and just protect each other. It might get, a little ugly. We see these guys so many times, and I mean, it's kind of the part of the game of hockey. But I mean, just to protect each other and come out and definitely feel good if we can take the dub away from here and kind of give it to them. Any message to the fans or anybody you got out there listening before we get you on your way? Just thanks for all the support. Big shout out to Mama and brothers and sisters that are in town. So. We love the support and definitely feed off you guys. Just keep it going. Thanks for your time. Good luck out there, Jagger. Awesome. Thanks, Zach. Jagger Williamson on Inside the Lair. Stick around. More Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, served with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to be joined along for another period or so of hockey today by Mike V. Mike, let's hope we get this game underway so we can have you for a little longer in the intermission report next time.
Well, it doesn't look like there's any issues right here with the pane of glass or the Zamboni's out there on time doing its thing, so I look forward to on-time hockey tonight.
Thank goodness. Me too. And you know what? It's one of those things, we didn't really mention it too much on air, but the temperature in here is a lot more comfortable, a lot more hockey specific. Yeah, you're in short sleeves. I don't feel bad being in a jersey today. I made the unfortunate choice of long sleeves last time, and that was unfortunate. So everything ice, glass, players, we should be good to go.
Yeah, and I brought my sweatshirt just in case. But I mean, when I walked up here, I said it's more like minor league baseball in the springtime than it is obviously watching hockey in the winter.
Well, you know, they do say it is the hottest day of the year today. And I don't know what it'll be tomorrow, but that's because it's January 1st.
It's supposed to be 33 degrees when you wake up on Monday morning.
Oh my! When we look back at the year 2021, we see the River Dragons finish it off with 2 straight wins. We mentioned the very defensive battle, 2-1 on Thursday night in Biloxi, but yesterday, New Year's Eve, River Dragons played a heck of a game. It was back and forth the entire way. Port Huron had the opening goal. Columbus got 2 straight through Austin Doe to end the period, and then I'm not sure how much you were able to pay attention to, Mike, afterwards.
On my right up to listen to you on the broadcast in a second.
Yeah, so at that point, Port Huron just flipped the switch in the second period, got that tying goal about 4 minutes or so in, and then Dalton Jay found the back of the net not once but twice. So 4-2, Port Huron has a lead, was dominating the period too. I believe the shot totals were 15-8. It was very close to doubled up in that particular period for Port Huron. Columbus had some soul searching to do heading into the locker room for the third. As you heard Jagger Williamson saying inside the lair, this is a team that just doesn't give up. Nothing seems to faze them. It's always nose to the grindstone. Jay Krupp, 13 seconds in. Josh Petrantonio, 49 seconds in. Ties up the game before a minute's elapsed in the third period. And then Austin Doe completes his hat trick, and Jagger Williamson gets that dagger, the insurance goal. Those two happened in the midway part of the third period, about a minute and 10, minute 15 or so apart. So when you look at it, Port Huron started with 1, Columbus with 2, Port Huron 3 straight, and then Columbus 4 straight to end it. Usually you see basketball as the game of runs, not hockey, but man, what an entertaining game we saw last night, Mike.
I mean, wide open in the first period. You could tell these guys, I mean, you knew it wasn't going to be a low-scoring the game the way they were flying around out there. And you know, one of the things, again, that we keep talking about, and I think you said it, Doe lost his goals. What was it?
7-game goal streak, yeah.
So he decides, well, I didn't get one the other night, so I'll just throw up a hat trick tonight and get it going again. That line is just literally on fire. They are just almost unstoppable.
So we ran a statistic in last night. Well, we tried to run it in the middle of the game, but I'll be honest, my brain power was not working, and the game was too intense to really, sort it out. But the River Dragons, in the month of December, had 47 goals. And I would say all through December, that's when that line was just absolutely, going off on it, right? The forwards, Petrantonio, Bersani, and Doe, scored 30 of those 47 goals in the month. And that doesn't factor in when their line was able to set up a defenseman for a goal. So you're talking about entire goals created throughout the month. I mean, they were putting in 2/3. They were putting in 2, maybe even 3 lines worth of work offensively. Just unbelievable how hot they are. And when you consider that they had 12 days off, for the Christmas period, and have come back and have just not stopped, it's incredible.
I mean, the plus and minuses are going to show during that run right there. But the thing is that, again, I just look at him, the energy that line has, and the ability to set up plays. Petrantonio is a guy that, if he's with the puck, he can either shoot it or he dishes it. And when you got guys like Bersani and Doe on your side, you got an opportunity. Both those guys can bury the puck in the net. So the opposition really has if it's an odd man rush, who do you take? And you just have those problems, and they can put the puck in the net, and obviously they have been doing that.
I mean, it's just one of those things, if you're an opponent, you really wonder, I mean, who is it? Yeah, who is it that you can stop? Because if you're Austin Doe, you certainly feel like you can't miss. Petrantonio's seemingly got eyes in the back of his head the way he's making passes. And then we remarked a couple of times, Hunter Bersani was making 2-3 plays underneath the goal line, and all of a sudden it's in a dangerous area in the blink of an eye. So that line is just so dynamic, so much fun to watch, and we anticipate, hey, if they keep everything's going well here, Columbus should be in good position trying to climb up to the second place spot in the FPHL standings. When we come back, on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. We'll go around the FPHL, tell you about that particular setup, what has to go a certain way for Columbus to jump the Danbury Hat-Tricks into second place in the league by the end of the weekend. That'll come up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Eating, working, living pain-free. These are a few of the things many of us take for granted. Yet for many United States military veterans, finding and affording oral health care is a challenge. Dental Lifeline Network is looking for dentists who can change this. Will you volunteer to help people like Richard, a U.S. naval veteran who suffered severe PTSD after his service? He was left homeless for a period of time, and his oral and overall health are suffering. Because of congressional limitations, the VA can't provide the dental help he needs. Through our Will You See One Vet program, we focus on helping U.S. military veterans like Richard. Now we are seeking more general dentists and specialists to donate treatment to at least one veteran with special needs. When you volunteer with DLN's program to see one vet, we handle the details so you can focus on the care. If you are a dentist or know a dentist, please share this message and help us make a difference in the life of a veteran in need. Visit willyouseeonevet.org to learn more. That's willyouseeonevet.org.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on this Saturday, January 1st, 2022. Happy New Year's out there to you and yours, and happy you're spending your first day of the year with us here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Happy to have him along for a little bit here in the early stages of tonight's contest. Columbus and Port Huron is the last game to get underway in the FPHL tonight as we look around the league. Brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. The Carolina Thunderbirds have taken a commanding 3-0 lead halfway through the game against the Danbury Hat-Tricks. That 3-0 lead is actually very good news for River Dragons fans, because if that scoreline were to hold and the River Dragons take all 3 points here tonight, that means the River Dragons would jump up into second place. And so long as the Hat-Tricks don't take 3 points out of the next 2 games they play, including the one tonight, Columbus would sit in second place behind the Watertown Wolves in the FPHL standings. So we've got a lot of eyes on that game. So far it's all Carolina, which, again, Columbus fans might not appreciate the fact that Carolina's winning, but it's actually helping the River Dragons out. Thunderbirds have got goals from Jacob Schnapp, Cody Oakes, and Cameron Dimmitt, the first two in the first period, and then at the 11:23 mark, just about a minute or so ago in the second, is when Dimmitt tallied another one to make it 3-0. Birds shots on goal right now, 19-13 in favor of Carolina. And the goaltending matchup tonight sees Evan Morrison for Carolina taking on Frankie McClendon from the Hat-Tricks. Quick peek, over in the Mid-Atlantic, the Delaware Fairgrounds Center Ice Arena, the Binghamton Black Bears and Delaware Thunder. Thunder have got to think, hey, 2022 is our year, because 2021 certainly was not. Didn't get a chance to play because of obviously the COVID restrictions in the state of Delaware when the league was starting up for the Ignite Cup season, and have not won a game. Did not win a game in calendar year 2021, because they're sitting at 0-16-1 right now. They're 9 minutes into the first. There's still no score between these two teams. Couple of penalties each way, though, so it's getting a little rough and rowdy. Binghamton and Delaware have started up something of a rivalry, that's for sure, but Delaware is definitely looking to start to pull some of the results in their favor. Trevor Babin in net for Delaware, Owen Liskowitz in net for Binghamton.
If I was 0-16-1, every game would be chippy. That would just simply be it. I don't know what a season is like that. I've been part of some teams that have had losing records, but never won with a goose egg throughout the whole year.
Well, there's a few that follow the league that have started to perk their ears up to it, but not obviously for for good reasons, because there's records that they're talking about now, and you never want to be part of that if you're the Delaware Thunder. So we're keeping our eyes on that to be sure as well. Then, of course, tomorrow, as we mentioned, Danbury is at Carolina for a 4:05 puck drop there. And again, between tonight and tomorrow, as long as the Hat-Tricks do not pick up more than 2 points and the River Dragons come away with a 3-point win tonight, Columbus sits in second place in the FPHL. That's your look around the league, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. Zelmo is the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. How about a quick peek over at the SPHL? New Year's Day sees only 3 games on the slate. Knoxville's already in action at home, taking on Pensacola. 6 minutes left to go in the second. Ice Bears lead 1-0. Over in the Midwest, Quad Cities at Vermilion County, 8 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Central, and 8:15 East, 7:15 Central. Evansville is at Peoria. Evansville at Peoria also finishes up their series on Sunday, 4:15 East, 3:15 Central. The puck drop tomorrow there at the in Peoria. I was about to say the Ford Center in Evansville. No, that's in Peoria. That's your look around the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take a break. When we come back, we should have starting lineups for you here as the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show rolls on after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Jetahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the championship series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season. Or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
Home is meant to be our safe place, but heart attacks and strokes don't stay home. Don't avoid the ER out of anxiety. Don't die of doubt. Don't stay silent, and don't stay home. If you have an emergency, call 911 immediately. When seconds count, the hospital is the safest place to be. Visit heart.org/don't die of doubt. Brought to you by the American Heart Association.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. River Dragons and Prowlers getting ready to drop puck to ice in about 7 minutes or so. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. We were just kind of reminiscing, and the streak that we understand for Delaware to avoid, it's got about 7 more games left in it. So basically, by the time January's over, you're kind of figuring they should have a win. But just hopefully not next weekend, because the River Dragons have to travel to Delaware, and that's one of those things where you're like, you never want to be the team, that late in the season. When a team's like 0-3, 0-4, fine, but you never want to be that team when it gets to a certain point. Like the Detroit Lions this year, right? Right. They were 0-10 and whatever, and then, all of a sudden, it was the Vikings, I think? I don't know. You're that team, and the second half of the season is like, they got us. Yeah, but
the law of averages catches up with you. And an interesting stat with Delaware that you bring up is lifetime. The team is 2-2, so you guys have a 500 record.
Yeah. All those games were back in the first round, or excuse me, in the first season of the FPHL, and the River Dragons and Delaware Thunder were basically expansion buddies. They both started same time. We did our expansion draft side by side with each other at the FPHL meetings in Chicago that year. So it was very interesting how those two franchises are connected. A little bit of a delay on the starting lineups for some reason. Not sure if there's an issue with the cards or issue with the names and numbers. We'll find out when they get passed to us here at the Civic Center and on the Harvey Lumber press box or press row high atop the Civic Center. One of the best views in the FPHL. For my money, that is for sure. Of course, what we saw at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum was phenomenal as well. And, of course, 8,600 people just going back to Thursday, and now it's just up in the paperwork in the bureaucrats' hands, I think, essentially.
No, in Mississippi, you're doing it where right on that first, on the upper, not the upper deck, but right on the top of the lower deck.
No, we were up
Did they
top.
put you up all the way in the
we
booths
were
up
all
there?
the way.
Okay.
Well, listen, when there was like 8,600 people, you were going to get claustrophobic if you were down at that first bowl level. So was very happy to be up top there. Speaking of Mississippi, because Joe Pace is in the lineup tonight for Port Huron, he actually steps out onto the ice, and Joe Pace has been very instrumental in a lot of the things going on down there in Biloxi. But I want to wish a happy birthday to one Barry Soskin, who is also another partner heading up the efforts to bring hockey back to southern Mississippi. So, Barry, if you're listening in, because obviously Port Huron's one of your teams as well, wishing you a happy birthday here on the River Dragons Network. Let's take another break when we come back. Starting lineups, and then we're ready to go here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Starting lineups have just been passed to us. Get excited for the start of this game, everybody. Very quickly, brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson. The River Dragons starting lineup starts with Bailey McBurney in the net. The defense in front of him, Jake Grade and Edgars Ozelinch. The forwards, Dalton Anderson, Marquise Grant Mentis, and Justin Schmidt. So what does that mean on the other side for the Port Huron Prowlers? Opponent lineups brought to you by Victoryland Casino in Shorter, Alabama. Greg Harney in net. The defense in front of him, Sufradini and Henning. The forwards, Isaiah Crawford, Quentin Roseboom, and Nick Williams. Nick Williams, Justin Schmidt lined up on the same wing. You're not going to want to go anywhere when the Sun South John Deere first period starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
You've been listening to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on 106.9 Really Rocks. The call of the game is just moments away after we pause for a short break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. At Southern States Bank, the Common Sense Bank, we're a true community bank that supports the places we serve. Our people live, work, and play in your community. And you will find us cheering for the River Dragons right alongside you in the stands. With convenient locations throughout Alabama and Georgia, we're never too far away to handle any of your financial concerns. Call, click, or come by and see how we can help you make sense out of your banking. Visit us online at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 410611.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
Stay up to date with everything Columbus River Dragons by following the team on social media. Stay in the know with all the team news on Facebook and Instagram. Get live in-game updates via Twitter. And of course, catch every game on the YouTube page. Following is easy. Search at @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's never been easier to stay in the loop with your favorite hockey team. So what's stopping you? Drop us a fun comment or send us a message and we may just feature you on the feeds. That's @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South John Deere, Houston Clinic, Burger King, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Country Inn and Suites, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi Cola, John Emerald Distilling, Wade Cleaners, and B&B Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. It is hockey time on the Chattahoochee for the first time here in 2022. River Dragons and Prowlers finishing off a 3-game set. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. A great rendition of both the Canadian and American national anthem sung here by Lisa Lougheed. And now, nothing left to do but get things underway and play some hockey. River Dragons debuting the teal jerseys tonight. Teal jerseys, triangle logo on the chest, black shoulders, pants, and white helmets. They are going to go left to right across your radio dial in the Sun South John Deere first period. Bailey McBurney warms up to our right. The Beverly, Mass native, a 3-2-2 record, .920 save percentage, and a 2.94 goals against. Over to our right, it's Greg Harney, 3-4-2 record for the East Haven, Connecticut native, .905 save percentage, 3.76 goals against. And the Prowlers in the road whites with the chest band across in red, circle PH logo, red helmets and pants. They go right to left. Everyone's going to be looking at the centers to start, Mike, but we're looking at the far wings, number 18 in teal, number 17 in white, Schmidt and Williams.
Yeah, they're both stretching it out rather well. Be interesting.
A lot of upper body stretching, isn't it?
You know, 2 guys right there that are ready. Oh yeah, just
they've
got a little encouragement, a little flyby by the bench.
They were doing some laps together up and down the red line. I believe we all know what time it is here. Anderson and Crawford on the draw. Anderson wins it, and we forget that. And Nick Williams just threw a stick at his own bench. Oh my, here we go. Williams is going to have some speed, but he wants it at center ice, and Schmidt will join him in the center circle. Here we go, right on the River Dragons logo. They tap gloves with the left hand each. Both raising that left at each other. Schmidt pawing in a little bit more aggressively than Williams, backing him up to the back end of the ring. And now Williams is going to come in and clench. They're both kind of connecting. Schmidt gets the first couple with the right. He unloads a couple. Now Williams is getting some in on the side of the head. Schmidt's not stopping. He's going in on the body side now. Schmidt connects one right on the ear there of Williams. Then he changes to the left, absolutely catches him, and down to the ice he goes.
He caught it with a left hand, and it dropped him.
Oh, man. Nick Williams was not ready for that left, but look at the sportsmanship between these two and just the respect between fighters. Schmidt actually helps Williams up as they both head off to the penalty boxes. Well, 3 seconds was pretty early for a fight between MJ Graham and Brennan Young last night. How about 1 second here, Schmidt and Williams, as they get their equipment delivered to them, and those that arrived on time to the game certainly got a treat.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been around a long time, and I'll be honest with you, that is the first time that I've seen somebody actually help his opponent up. I mean, I've seen him give him the old tap or whatever, but that was extreme sportsmanship.
It was indeed, and now we are underway here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Prowlers win the second opening draw of the game. Jake Grade with a big hit there on Roseboom in the neutral zone. Freed the puck for a moment, but now Sufredini will chip it in. Dalton Anderson will race after this for Columbus. Behind the net it goes. Inadvertently hit a referee. Anderson gets it back. Roseboom ties him up, and now Brad Nolan, who took Schmidt's spot on this line, comes in and plays it around. Grant Mentis, big hit laid onto him as both Roseboom and Caleb Williams attempted to get at him. Puck goes all the way into the Port Huron end. Sufredini takes some time behind his own net, slows it up behind the goal line. And a D-to-D pass. Henning goes up the near side wall. Caleb Williams just does enough to get it out as Vanelli couldn't hold in. Backhand chip by Nolan. Columbus is back in on the pressure.
I'll tell you what, right off the bat, though, you got some pretty good physical play going on with a big hit in the zone.
Frazier on the half wall, a pass to the slot, went through everybody and just trickled across the crease. Nothing that was anticipating to scare Harney. Right wing circle. Here's Petrantonio with it. Here's our first look tonight at that line. Ooh, Petrantonio caught a dirty edge right there, but he picks himself back up and still has the puck on his stick. Played to the middle. Nobody home in a teal jersey, and Barr is going to send it ahead. Dalton J trying to go through the middle. Gets around Vanelli. Fires a shot and a blocker save. Made there by McBurney. And the crowd salutes that for the first save of the night for the Columbus netminder.
He has some afterburners, doesn't he, when he gets through?
Dalton J, absolutely. Here's Austin Doe, left wing circle. Doe waits, fires, and his shot, he had a stick clashed, and that trickled weakly behind the net. Petrantonio from a tight angle hits the side of the cage near side, and Pace sends this one out to the Columbus line. Ian White, first shift for him tonight. Petrantonio at the red line, sends it ahead. Bersani to Schultz, one touch, trying to get around a man. That's Johnson. Now Bersani ties up with Vartiainen, right wing hash marks. This one moved up to the right point, gets around MJ Graham. Here's a 3-on-2 for Port Huron if they want it. Barr gets it over to Vartiainen, left wing circle. His play to the middle. Stick there by McBurney, and he keeps the rebound in control with him in the blue paint and covers it up with the glove.
Like that play right there. Don't mess around with it. Freeze it, get your draw, set up your line.
18:03 left to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. First two shots of the game belong to the Prowlers, but we're all still buzzing about that fight. 1 second in, Justin Schmidt and Nick Williams.
I'm just wondering how close the stick came to causing a cut on the bench. That stick went in there flying.
Well, you know what's funny is I saw somebody on the Port Huron side, I don't know if it was equipment manager or assistant, whoever it was, pull out the phone, try and get that one on video. And I think that stick was coming in. You had the 3D vision on that phone. It was scary.
That might be a viral moment on YouTube.
Schultz rims this puck around. Krupp helps it out, gets to the red line where Johnson backhands it back into the zone for the Prowlers. Soilus gets around his man, that's White, and then Schultz knocks him down with a good hit, right wing circle. Behind the net it goes. Schultz trying to poke it around Lambden. Lambden tried to line him up for a hit. Schultz not exactly in the same weight class as Lambden, and he just brushes that one off easily. Schultz on the far side circle, has it, moves it over to the right wing, and here's Jake Krupp with some speed ahead. He's got MJ Graham on the right, bunched up, 2-on-3 as he hits the line. Krupp tries to drive the net there, and he can't go through the legs of Alex Johnson. Roseboom sends this one down the ice. Will it be enough for icing? Yes, it will, as Ozelinch wins the race to the hash marks, and Port Huron, who is trying to change, they're going to have to put some new different bodies out onto the ice than they would like. 17-16 to go in the first, still no score. Columbus and Port Huron.
Yeah, but the breakaway is the only chance that the Prowlers really have had, and so it was a good one, but a nice stop by McBurney there. A couple of shots on them, and Dragons are yet to get one on net.
Dalton Anderson wins this draw. Left point, Ozelinch. Right point, Grade. Looks, fires well wide of the glove. Hand on Harney, who was seeing it through traffic. Vartiainen flips this one off the glass. Anderson gloves it, holds in left point, puts it right back on Vartiainen's stick. The Finn moves it up there to Lambden. Right wing, 2-on-3 as he hits the line with Anderson tracking back. Over to the left wing corner. Quentin Roseboom with it now. Roseboom has a stick tied up there by Grade, trying to fight through another one. His shot missed by the blocker hand there of McBurney. Ozelinch from behind the Columbus net. He's on the backhand with it, fending off a man, works it out to neutral ice. Now a pass left wing, hits Brad Nolan. Nolan, he's all alone on this. Columbus in the middle of a change. Nolan going to dump it in. 5 white jerseys all around him in the Port Huron end. Moves around to Williams, but Petrantonio got there first. His shot was well high. Goes off the corner glass and gets all the way back out to the neutral zone. Here's Vanelli right wing. He puts it into the left wing corner. Dustin Henning on that far circle sends it out off the glass. Frazier tried to knock it down. He missed. Will it have enough for icing? No, as Frazier had to touch it at the bottom of the circles. Over on the far side, here's Doe, bringing it back near side for Vanelli. Vanelli tried to chip it around Barr. Good play right there by the veteran to keep it in front of him. Push it back deep into the Columbus end. Second effort on this near side wing, and Bersani just flattens Dustin Henning. Right wing circle, here's Petrantonio. He fires, pad save, rebound chance for Doe, and another save by Harney, who had great rebound control on that one. Petrantonio scores! High slot, buries it top left corner. Harney never saw it. 1-0 Columbus!
Well, I'll tell you what, you think about that, that's all set up by Bersani's hit at center ice. He meant the play got discombobulated from the Port Huron side, and then you don't give them guys a couple of more chances than they need, and right there they bury it, and it's 1-0.
Josh Petrantonio just continues the hot streak that his line has been on. His 11th goal of the year, now up to 29 points on the season. 15:55 to go in the first. And for the first time tonight, let's hear from Dana Barker.
He shoots. River Dragons goal scored by number 9, Josh Petrantonio. His 11th goal of the season, assisted by number 27, Paul Frazier, at 4:05 in the first period. Again,
Paul Frazier will pick up the assist. Jagger Williamson gets it to Frazier, left point. That one knocks off a couple of bodies, loose in the slot, and Alex Johnson will play it out for Port Huron. Jagger Williamson racing after this, gives it back to the defense. Frazier cross-ice dump to the Port Huron line, and Johnson goes D-to-D over for pace. 1-0, Columbus leads it. Petrantonio picks up the goal, and we mentioned the stat in December. Petrantonio, Bersani, and Doe, just from the forwards, had 30 of the 47 goals scored in the month of December, and now they're 1-for-1 here to start January.
Wow. On their, what is that? Was that their first or second shot on net?
I give it the second, I do believe. Frazier, long stretch pass. It's a Port Huron stick, though, and behind the Prowlers' goal line, Johnson will give it up for pace. Over on the far side wing, Soilis moves this over to the near side on a cross-ice pass to nobody in particular. Ian White plays it up. Grant Mentis touched it ahead, and Pace will find it at his own line. Vartiainen can't handle a neutral zone pass. He's in a race there with Ian White. White gets there a half a step ahead of him, but can't get it out. Held in left point by Soilis. Down to the circles, now moved it right point, firing a shot, heading. Save made McBurney. Rebound Soilis effort there. He's on top of McBurney. Puck is loose somewhere in all of that, and finally we get the referee's whistle out of the goal line scrum. McBurney's able to keep it out and keep this game at 1-0. 14:21 left to go here in the first, and we get immediate timeout. 30 seconds, and we come back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Why do more people turn to SunSouth for quality John Deere equipment? Our customers say it best.
The reason I'm a SunSouth customer is because of their customer service and because of their sales staff.
The local service is outstanding. When I think of SunSouth, I think of partners.
Right now at SunSouth, get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere equipment. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2022.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, River Dragons with an early 1-0 lead thanks to the captain, Josh Petrantonio. 14:21 to go in the first. Prowlers with the 3-2 lead in shots. That Petrantonio shot his 11th goal on the season, 4:05 mark assist to Paul Frazier. I'm Zach DeBozart, he's Mike V. A face-off coming to the left of Bailey McBurney, one forward by Columbus. Brad Nolan puts it on the stick of Grant Mentis. He stops up with it at the left point, reaches back for it, plays it to Nolan, looking for a tip, nothing there. Anderson from the side of the net. Harney had to get to his post in time, otherwise that one might have banked off of him. Schultz from his own blue, off the clear down. Brad Nolan in front of the Port Huron bench. He takes a hit from Lambden, and now it's 2-on-1 the other way for Port Huron. Vartiainen in right circle, fires, shoulder save made there by McBurney, and he gets that one up into the netting and out of play. 13:56 to go in period one. Much like you said, the Bersani hit set up the River Dragons goal. Right there, a hit on Nolan set up a 2-on-1 rush for Port Huron.
Yeah, when your forwards are hitting and you're on the attack, and you can, when you're forechecking and your forwards can hit, you set up a lot of plays. There's a lot of things that happen. You got guys with talent like that. You just, again, give them extra chances in the zone. You're going to pay.
And these ones are good hockey hits. These aren't the ones that, you're going headhunting after. These are tactical, and you can see the chances are flowing here in the early parts of this SunSouth John Deere first period. Jagger Williamson comes out of a rugby scrum with the puck, backhand, pushes it to center, and here's MJ Graham, 2-on-2 with Jake Krupp on his left. Alex Johnson cuts him off, though, prevents him from going through. Graham lifts his stick, has it from behind the net, spins it back to the near side, backhand to the middle, and nobody home. The slot was devoid of teal jerseys. Here's Jake Grade at his own blue line. Plays it up to MJ Graham. Roseboom tried to lift the stick from behind. Pass back behind him. First to it, Isaiah Crawford. Jagger Williamson ties up with him, but Crawford gets it up there to Caleb Williams. Williams to the middle. Roseboom fires a shot. Couldn't get it around Ian White. And now here comes Grade. Moving it over. Williamson. Numbers for Columbus if they want it. 3-on-2. Williamson right wing. In over the line. At the circle. Toe drag fires. Blocker save. Made there by Harney. At the half wall, Williamson takes a check there from Roseboom. Puck falls free for Crawford, and Port Huron trying to force it out of their own end. Pace just doing enough to muscle it ahead to Alex Johnson. He's going to headman the rush 1-on-2. His shot just missed wide of the glove hand. I think McBurney had to see it through Vanelli, who was looking to block. Now right wing circle. Here's Graham to Johnson. High slot. His shot off a clash of sticks. Jay an effort. And a pad save made by McBurney down in the butterfly. Centering feet across. Nobody home for Port Huron. Here comes Petrantonio the other way. Right wing 2-on-2 with Austin Doe as he's trying to drive the net. Petrantonio has it in the corner. Stiff arming Alex Johnson as he takes it behind. Gets the cycle going from behind the net to Doe. On the backhand. Works it to Vanelli. Left wing circle. Vanelli stops up at the point, back down for Doe. Wave of a stick there by Sufradini, and it'll go free for Jay to push out to the red line. Columbus has to clear.
You like that move with Petrantonio? I mean, he's got the stiff arm like Walter Payton.
Somebody was watching some college football playoff reruns after we were here on New Year's Eve, so I guess Petrantonio was getting a little inspired there. Left wing, the right wing circle. Bersani diving move. Petrantonio scores! What an effort play, Bersani! And Petro's got his second. 2-0 Columbus!
And don't forget, Doe's the guy who sets him up and makes a nice play. But boy, actually, Petrantonio had an opportunity to put mustard on the ham sandwich. He was all alone in front of that net, just waited and pulled the trigger, and it's 2-0.
I mean, you just do not teach effort like that what Hunter Bersani gave. Going across the slot on his belly, just enough to poke it, and then to find his captain, put it right on his tape. And you're right, all the time in the world to bury it past Harney. Petrantonio, 12th of the season, second of the game. He's now got 30 points on the year. And here's Dana Barker again.
He shoots. River Dragons goal scored by number 9, Josh Petrantonio. His second of the game, 12th of the season. Assisted by number 17, Austin Doe. And number 15, Hunter Bersani at 7:51 in the first period.
Doe and Bersani, not necessarily in that order, pick up the assists as it's 2-0 Columbus. 11:40 left to go here in the first. River Dragons dump this one in from the right side of red, and on the near side corner, Sufradini with it here. He moves that one up ahead. Matt Graham, stick lifted. Dalton Anderson, left wing circle. He's battling, fires, and a pad save made there by Harney down in the butterfly. Dalton Jay couldn't get it around Ozelinch, who pinches in on the play, holds it in at the left point. Behind the net, Sufradini will think about coming out with it near side circle, but Port Huron wants to make a wholesale change ahead of it. A pass to the red line. Lambden gets his stick to it, pops up in the air, and MJ Graham on the near side boards, able to feed Williamson too far out of the path of Krupp. No offsides, though. Krupp is able to keep his feet in the blue. Look out, turnover, side of the net. As I think that was Dustin Henning, who got a little casual taking it behind, and the side of the net actually turned him over. And Jay Krupp banging away at that near post on Harney, couldn't get it to go through. Otherwise, it would have been 3-0.
I'm going to tell you right now that if lackadaisical is the term of Port Huron handling the puck in their own zone, that's about the 4th or 5th time that they've turned the puck over. Almost lazy puck handling.
Williamson wins it clean. Vanelli, a one-timer and a pad save made there by Harney. Out in the neutral zone it goes. Lambden pushes that one up to Vartiani. He tries to drive it to the middle. Looks like he caught a stick there on the hand as he's wincing on his way to the bench, and he got turned over. Vanelli for Frazier. He's trying to take it in stride as he hustles up these near side boards. Lambden holds in at the left point for the Prowlers. Down deeper it goes, behind the net. Vanelli will pick it up again. He'll try his luck far side wall. Held in by Pace at the right point. Pace looks, his shot blocked by Vanelli, goes all the way out to the red line. Krupp trying to lift his stick from behind, but Pace was deaf to it and passes it over. Johnson to cross ice, and Columbus has it back. MJ Graham with it in stride, right wing, 2-on-2, trying to filter it through for Krupp, but there was just too many bodies in front. Now MJ Graham gets it to Vanelli. His shot, he scores! Vanelli ramped it off of the Prowler, and it's 3-0 Columbus!
I'm telling you right now, Port Huron should call a timeout, because what's happening here is it's just not, there's no intensity in their own zone, no sense of purpose in handling the puck. Those are simply thefts by the River Dragons, and they're making them pay for it, and before they're going to know, this thing is going to be out of hand.
Alex Johnson thought he had the puck, and Larry Vartiainen, he's going to head off to the locker room for some treatment. As we remarked, it looked like he caught a stick on the hand at the end of his last shift, but Graham just turned over Johnson, then was boxing him out after the turnover. All alone for Vanelli, and here is Dana Parker.
River Dragons goal scored by number 26, Adam Vanelli.
Look out here, Austin Doe, left wing circle, backdoor, Petrantonio off the crossbar. I thought maybe that it hit back bar, but the red light did not go on. That close to a hat trick for the captain here in the first. We play on. Quentin Roseboom races this one ahead. 3-on-3 for the Prowlers. They hit the line right wing. McBurney knocks it down with the glove, but he couldn't handle it. Now here's Austin Doe, left wing. Gets this one over to Jake Schultz. Petrantonio hustling through the middle as Schultz hits the line right wing. Pass going back door, and Doe is just a little bit too far in front of it to the middle. Petrantonio couldn't find an angle, and Sofrodini will play that out to the right wing. Caleb Williams trying to chip around Jake Grade. A backhand, floats up into the air. Roseboom top of the circles. Schultz lays a hit onto him. Port Huron still in possession. Now Petrantonio with it. At the red line, he'll gain it, take a stick, and then just dump it down ice. Petrantonio looking to head off there on his shift. Man, it was a wide open cage. You thought for a moment maybe back bar, but that light never went on, so that pretty much tells you for sure crossbar. Anderson takes a big hit from Sofrodini, still stands him up though, but he lost the puck, and Matt Graham will find it instead. Graham headmans this, 1-on-2 against the Columbus defense. Stalls, waits for a little support. Dalton J just runs into a brick wall named Ozelinch as he was trying to move up that far side wall. Nolan plays it out to the near side. Pace will slap it in here for Port Huron. 8:43 to go in the first.
I don't know. Did he come up a little injured on that hit?
Ozelinch or Jay?
No, Ozelinch.
I'm not entirely sure. Looked to be all right, but he is off on the bench right now. Keep our eyes on him. Meanwhile, Brad Nolan up the left wing side. Here's Grant Mentis. He fires one from a long way away. Glove save made there by Harney. Rebound pops to the slot for Alex Johnson. Over on the far side circle, Dalton J chips around a pinching Frazier. Down the ice it goes, and Jagger Williamson will have it in his own end. 8:15 to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. 3-0. Columbus leads it. MJ Graham, right wing. He comes in over the line. He's got Schmidt trying to drive the net with him. Graham from behind. Schmidt in front. And that one just missed wide as it trickled past the blocker hand. Vanelli at the red line. He'll give D-to-D over for Frazier.
They're not moving their Port Huron not moving their skates, and that's one of the things that maybe they're tired from 3 straight.
Frazier, cross-ice dump. No icing here. As they say, Johnson could have touched it before. This crowd is unbelievable right now as the River Dragons continue the offensive pressure. Williamson to Schmidt, moving it along the blue line. At the right point, he'll put it down into the corner. MJ Graham thought he was going with it, but the kick plate bounced it away from him. Now bottom of the circles, loose there for MJ. He's got it, fires, save made Harney, rebound. Schmidt was looking for it there. Ends up contacting the netminder. That's going to be a little bit of a scrum, but I don't think anyone wants to deal with Justin Schmidt, and we're going to take a media timeout. 7:28 left to go here in the first. 3-0 Columbus on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
So a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 7:28 to go in the first. The Sun South John Deere first period. 3-0 Columbus. Petrantonio again, and then Adam Vanelli. All within the first 10 minutes of the first period have Columbus in front big. Bersani won a draw, and then the horn had gone off. I'm not sure what was up with that.
Don't know.
Looked like maybe we weren't ready entirely out of the media timeout, but now we appear to be, and we'll redo the draw. Coming up to the left of Harney. Bersani will win that one away from Lambden. White with it at the right point, takes some pressure, gets it down into the corner. Bersani, nice counter check. Petrantonio behind the goal line. Schultz a blast, and he just missed that one wide of the glove hand. Ian White, right point, his drive, blocker save, rebound. There's the hat trick. Petrantonio on the rebound. 4-0 Columbus.
That didn't take long, did it?
It certainly did not.
I mean, they're just flying. They are just buzzing around that net, and everything that they're putting on Harney is going in. I mean, 10 shots and 4 goals. You're hovering around Rod Carew's lifetime batting average.
Back-to-back hat tricks here at the Civic Center. Last night it was Austin Doe, and his took a bit. He got his first 2 in the first, got that third one finally in the third period. Petrantonio, if it wasn't for the Adam Vanelli goal, would have had a natural hat trick here. 3 straight goals all in the same period. So what an effort so far by the captain. And really, when you think about it, probably a great pad pass. Ian White getting that one over to the corner, and Petrantonio right on his tape and just buries it.
And in all fairness to Port Huron, they had an injured player that was behind the net that was injured. So, but you think about it, he's got the hat trick, but he also hit the crossbar.
You know, he did hit the crossbar. He could have 4 at this point, too. It's just unbelievable. Captain, I guess for Petrantonio, 2022 is going to be his year. He must have said something like that.
Yeah.
He's already proven it so far here tonight as they clean up the hats down at ice level. We have been informed there will be a goaltender change in all of this.
Yeah.
Richard Shipman will be in net for the Prowlers as Greg Harney's night ends on, well, they haven't put the goal up yet, so they maybe haven't put the shot. So I would guess by how the scoreboard looks right now, 7 saves on 11 shots with only 12 minutes, 49 seconds of work.
But I mean, I'd think and say this.
And then Dante Suffredini just got picked up a penalty.
Yeah. But the goaltender, by replacing him, he's not your problem out there.
No, but it's one of those things you got to change up something, you know. What did Suffredini pick up a penalty for?
I don't know. Maybe an unsportsmanlike?
Very much could be. It's only 2 minutes, so.
I mean, the way they're arguing, I think it's probably something to do with Yappin. Might have wanted the penalty or thought that with that hit behind the net there that it deserved a penalty.
Well, here's the interesting thing, because in certain unsportsmanlike conduct is what we were told. So what that has to mean then is something happened after the goal was scored. Because in some leagues, and I'm thinking more college and underneath, it happens where if a referee's arm is in the air as a goal is scored, that doesn't necessarily wash out the penalty. But that's not a thing in the FPHL.
No.
So it has to have happened after the goal was scored. So 2 minutes up on the board against Suffredini, and now he's probably said something to get himself
a 10.
At least a 10, who knows, maybe even ejected, because he is heading off down into his tunnel. And that means there's going to have to be a surrogate player, and Nick Williams will be the one to serve this 2 minutes to Suffredini. So, 5-on-4, Georgia power play, and it's 4-0 Columbus. We have a new netminder. Here's Dana Barker.
He shoots. Dragons goal scored by number 9, Josh Petrantonio. His third of the night for the hat trick, 13th of the season, assisted by number 25, Ian White at 12:49 the first period. Again, that's Petrantonio.
Ian White will pick up the only assist. Graham to the high slot. Another penalty coming up here against Port Huron. It's 6-on-4 as McBurney heads to the bench. Schultz, left wing corner with it, trying to play it to the middle. Goes through everybody. Williamson has it at the right wing circle. 1:23 still left to go, and now they'll just let Port Huron touch it so they can get the 5-on-3. Slashing is going to be the call as Alex Johnson gave a good two-hander to MJ Graham, and MJ, very surprisingly, did not react to it, but now these two are having words at each other. Johnson waving his stick up very high. Graham, he'll let him know about it for sure, but I got to be honest with you, usually when you see those two going at each other, they have no problem going chest to chest, maybe even dropping the gloves too. So Graham draws that penalty, and now it's 5-on-3. A Georgia power play on, 1:22 of two-man advantage time. Williamson tries to win that one forward. Penalty going to come up here. Frazier, a blast, save made. Oh, it goes in, but it won't count.
No, that's not going to be a call against Columbus.
Well, is it?
Yeah, it's a hold.
No, that's a hold on Matt Graham. Frazier's shot was allowed to go, and they said it got touched in the slot, as the goal will not count, I believe, off of MJ Graham's stick. So right now, we have stacked penalties.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
So you're going to have 5-on-3 now for 1:54. And Suffredini will not be able to get out if that run of play continues the entire way.
Yeah.
So this is a very long Georgia power play on right now. And they're worried about 3 penalties being up on the board. But don't worry, the clock is coded that it will only count down 2 at a time.
So you got 1:16 left on the first penalty.
But that will not extinguish anything to be back to 5-on-3 with Sufredini, Johnson, and Graham all in the box. 4-0 Columbus. The Georgia power play continues. Somebody's got to tell the refs down there that's okay. We've tested this out preseason.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that you have is a little communication between the officials and the off-ice officials and the on-ice officials. They want to make sure that they don't have that situation where they get messed up on the time. So it's 1:52 remaining on the second penalty, 1:14 on the first.
Uh-oh, look out. Dalton Jay's getting around the defense. Doesn't matter if it's 5-on-3. He's got a breakaway. Vanelli hustling in after him. Jay backhand. Save made. McBurney rebound in the crease, and it's cleared away by the Columbus defense. Pace hustling in on the forecheck here. He hits Frazier. Puck loose there on the near circle. Vanelli will pick it up. Don't tell Port Huron they're 5-on-3 those for their first couple of seconds.
They're playing better.
Here's MJ Graham with it, right wing circle. He has it in the corner. Behind the net, he will go with it. To the left wing side. Found there by Williamson. 5-on-3 for 1:22 with 3 penalties all stacked. Vanelli to the right wing side for Williamson. Back to Vanelli at the center point. Right circle. Frazier to the middle. And MJ Graham was collided with as he took that shot and it went wide. Frazier with it at the right point. Cycling it now down to the bottom of the right wing circle for Krupp to MJ Graham. He couldn't pull the trigger as Dalton Jay was all over him. A minute left to go here in the 5-on-3 until Sufredini can get out. It will still be 5-on-3 for a little while after. Frazier with it at the center point. Fires! A blocker save made there by Harney, seeing it through traffic. Krupp off the wall to Frazier, right point. Over for Vanelli. He looks, fires, and a shoulder save. Rebound is cleared by Dustin heading down ice. And the Prowlers can get a couple of fresh bodies. McBurney will hustle it up. The 5-on-3 continues for another 35 seconds. Sufredini's penalty is over, but he can't come out. Here's Ian White with it at the left point. He stops it up. Now a pass over to Pietrantoni, who's already got a hat trick. Jake Schultz, right circle. Back for White. White back for Schultz. Couldn't pull the trigger. Now he will, and a pad save made there by Shipman. Left wing circle, Petrantonio with it, trying to go circle to circle. Had Schultz on the backhand. He takes it off the wall instead. 10 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Back for Petrantonio, left wing circle, trying to chip it to the middle. Austin Doe couldn't lift a stick. Checked it, that's Bersani. Goes off the half wall, still in the zone. Ian White, left circle, glove save made by Shipman. Caught that one. The penalty has just expired to Alex Johnson. And excuse me, Sufredini's penalty right was being served by Nick Williams, so he'll now be allowed to leave. Port Huron has killed 2, and we'll still have 1:21 of power play time when we come back. Let's take our breath and make sure our math's right. 30 seconds, and we're back here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Why do more people turn to SunSouth for quality John Deere equipment? Our customers say it best.
The reason I'm a SunSouth customer is because of their customer service and because of their sales staff.
The local service is outstanding. When I think of SunSouth, I think of partners.
Right now at SunSouth, get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere equipment. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2022.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 4-0 River Dragons, 4:31 to go in the first. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Stop by their office today for all your chiropractic needs here in Columbus. And don't forget to follow the action by following us at CF4 River Dragons on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook.
Face-off coming to the right of Shipman. It'll be Bersani against Jay. Still 1:21 of Georgia power play time. The Prowlers have killed off 2 of the 3 penalties they had picked up in quick succession. Now look out, here's Stavros Soilis with a breakaway short-handed. Hunter Bersani trying to lift the stick. Soilis back. Oh, he went to the forehand. Tried to sneak that in short side on McBurney with one last move. And Bailey keeps the pillow down and keeps it out. 4:18 left to go in the first. Dragons still in front 4-0.
You've had a 5-on-3 and they had a breakaway. Now 5-on-4 they've had a breakaway. And McBurney's been able to shut him down every time.
Face-off coming to the left of McBurney. Port Huron still down a man for 1:08. River Dragons are 0 for 2 right now in the Georgia power play. This is the third in that. Look out, that hit the kick plate weird. Went out to the slot. Nobody home for the Prowlers to try and tap it in when nobody in teal could realize. From behind the net, here's Jake Grade with it.
Man.
Bernie, did he just get flown by Soilus?
Yeah, Soilus just went into him.
Brad Nolan lets him know about it.
Yeah, Johnson took a little bang.
Soilus is going chest to chest here with Ozelinch. Henning's going to get involved. And there's going to be a large discussion about this. Grant Mentis is being pulled off the pile by Alex Johnson.
Well, he took a little run at McBurney. And anytime you do that, you're naturally going to get somebody from the other team to come right after you.
4-0 with 43-53 of regulation hockey still to play. This has all the makings to turn a little silly.
Oh, for sure.
Bernie appears to be all right. Frazier going over to check on him.
No penalty called.
None that we know of yet. There was a lot of jostling. There's still 42 seconds left in Matt Graham's minor.
Wait a minute. Is he pointing towards the Columbus side?
I think he is. Ozelinch steps into the penalty box. That appears to even things up to 4-on-4. That'll make the River Dragons 0 for 3 on the Georgia power play. About their only blemish so far tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're up 4-0 and somebody takes a liberty with your goaltender. I mean, Jerome Bouchard will be happy to kill that penalty off every single time.
So 3:53 left in the first. 4-0 Columbus. We're 4-on-4 for 42 seconds. Crowd does not like it as they've moved the face-off all the way down into the Columbus end out of all of that.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so for the power play, but don't tell this crowd that. Williamson and Soilus on the draw. Jags will win it. We're back underway. Vanelli will have it behind the net. The 4-on-4 continues. Instigating the call. I saw a holding signal. Either way, it's 4-on-4. Williamson gets this in over the line. He's pushed down there by Soilus. Johnson will have the loose puck. He skates this one with some speed right wing. Slows it up as MJ Graham's in pursuit. Henning gets this one over near side. Graham on the backhand runs into his man Frazier. Frazier got the better of him on the counter check, which draws some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Alex Johnson, he hitches a rut on the ice. Jagger Williamson sends it ahead. He's got MJ Graham with him, 2-on-0 here. He drops it back. Frazier is shot. High slot, still loose. Frazier with it, trying to pick it out of feet. Backhand effort. Glove save made there by Shipman. Frazier with it, right wing circle. Graham is out of the box. So the Houston Clinic penalty kill starts up right now for 1:05. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Matt Graham with some speed. Petrantonio in pursuit. They lock shoulders. It's a delayed offsides. Graham can't touch it. And I guess they say Columbus touched it as that one got out into the neutral zone. Matt Graham tries to kick it to his stick. Paul Frazier matching up with him. Now Lambden knocked away by Petrantonio, and a bouncing puck goes all the way to the Port Huron far circle. 2.5 left to go here in the first. 35 seconds remaining in the Ozelinch minor.
Yep. 17 shots up for the Dragons as well.
Dalton Jay coming in over the line, right wing circle, touched with the low stick, say the officials, as everyone was looking at that puck high in the air. Right point held in by Pace. Crawford will give it right back to him. Pace fakes the shot down to Jay, bottom of the right wing circle, cross crease effort, and nobody was home on the back door for Port Huron. Heading left point, now to Crawford, left circle, cross ice pass, hits Pace on the tape. He's got it, D to D, Henning a blast just wide of the glove hand as McBurney scooched to his left to go see it. Pace, right point. Crawford lets that one go through him. Lambden getting it back up top to Crawford at top of the right circles. And Petrantonio comes out of the box. He hits Ozelinch on the tape. Ozelinch is on a breakaway. Backhand save made there by Shipman. And he'll cover it up and get the whistle. Listen, Edgar's Ozelinch, not known for being a goal scorer, but that was a pretty good breakaway backhand move. He elevated that one and forced Shipman into a very good save to keep this game at 4-0.
Yeah, he certainly did. But you know what? The hottest thing for any goaltender to come off cold like that off the bench, and it didn't take long for Shipman to warm up there. He's played impressive. He's made some great stops, and he's pretty much stopped the onslaught of the River Dragons, particularly with the 5-on-3.
Grant Mentis, backhand effort, sends that one wide of the blocker hand. Nolan checks Roseboom at the half wall. Ozelinch holds in. Stick save made there by the Port Huron netminder. Nolan checked there by Johnson. The puck squirts free all the way out into the neutral zone. Near side, Caleb Williams gains the red and will shoot it in. McBurney sends this one around to the far side wall. Nolan cuts off his man there. That's Matt Graham. He'll split the defense, go all the way back out to the Port Huron blue line where Alex Johnson is waiting for it. 1:13 left to go here in the first. Dragons up big, 4-0. Matt Graham sends it ahead. Caleb Williams headmanning the rush, one-on-one. His shot right on the chest of McBurney, and he covers it up for the easy whistle.
You know, we talk about Shipman making some great saves. McBurney's been playing a solid period as well. Let's see, stopped 3 breakaways.
Yeah, I mean, there's only been 7 shots. I think that'll be 8 now for the Prowlers, and we get whistles. Krupp is chest-to-chest with somebody. I think that's Stavros Soilis.
That just cost him some time. He's going to get a 2-minute penalty for that.
Yeah, that's Krupp letting Soilis know, I think, back to the flyby he had on McBurney a couple of minutes ago.
I don't know about you, but there's gunpowder and there's a lighter. And it's not far away from being clicked on the fuse. This game has the potential to get a little bit out of hand. And hopefully cooler heads will prevail.
Well, we got 1:02 left in this period before everyone can sit and think about what's happened so far in their respective locker rooms. Face-off coming to the left of McBurney. Second Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Williamson wins it clean with under a minute to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. MD Graham shoots this one down the length of the ice. Shipman sends it behind for pace. Up ahead here for Graham, and now he hits Johnson on the tape. 4-on-3 as he hits the line left wing. Johnson slows it up to the center point. Dalton J. Matt Graham gets around him. He's trying to go on a breakaway. He gets free of Joe Pace. Jagger Williamson's on his right. Johnson stops him up. Oh, Pace on the back check. Beautiful stick as MJ was trying to feed Jags coming in at the right wing. Here's Cade Lambden, right wing side. He's in over the line. Drops it back. Alex Johnson, high slot, fires, crossbar and out.
Oh, boy.
Jagger Williamson picks it up behind the net. There's a scrum there. Frazier will knock down Lambden, but the puck falls to Matt Graham. Now back behind for Lambden. His backhand pass up the wall. Left point held in by Johnson. 12 seconds left in the period. Dalton J. left circle. Fires well wide of the glove hand. Rims around the boards. MJ Graham's got 6 seconds. He might think about it here. Gains the red line. 3 seconds left. Staring down Johnson. Waits. Backhand and a blocker save. Made there by Shipman. Man. MJ Graham just showed off the creativity right there. How many players would just rush in towards net with that little of time? And he goes for the backhand spinorama. Still got it off in time, but forced Shipman into a very good save. Since he's coming in relief, 8 saves on 8 shots, but all the damage was done by Greg when Greg Harney was in net. 4-0 Columbus, including a Josh Petrantonio hat trick in that first period of play. Mike, how about some thoughts on that?
I mean, it's a period. I thought last night was a period that was big bang, but it's really one-sided, obviously, in a 4-0 lead for the Dragons. And Port Huron they just had a period where, it happens to every hockey team out there. For whatever reason, the intensity, they didn't have the intensity in their own zone. A lot of, not necessarily just turnovers, but just giving the puck away. And the River Dragons were able to take advantage on 4 different opportunities. I think 3 of those 4 goals were off of turnovers inside the zone. One was a hit by Bassani up there at the red line that set up Petrantonio's goal.
Yes, it was. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Why do more people turn to Sun South for quality John Deere equipment? Our customers say it best.
The reason I'm a Sun South customer is because of their customer service and because of their sales staff.
The local service is outstanding. When I think of Sun South, I think of partners.
Right now at Sun South, get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere equipment. Sun South, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2022.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit rdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Social Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so if you have a fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going in. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons lead big through 20 minutes of play, 4-0 over the Port Huron Prowlers. We're on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Mike, wow, what a period. Just all River Dragons, 19-8 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. I think I'd want to start there. Heckler & Koch, why own a copy when you can own a real thing? 19-8 tells you something. Go back to last night. Wasn't expecting that one to come. It was 20-11 at the first, but it was 2-1 River Dragons. Similar shot counts, much different hockey games.
Total. Domination is the word you want to use. The line is just out there scoring. You got one. Your center gets a hat trick right off the bat. He had a hat trick. 10 minutes into the
12:49, but he could have had it within 10 because he hit that crossbar on the 2-on-1 circle to circle where. You and I were joking, that would have been his easiest goal of the night so far.
It was. But here's the thing. Last night, Port Huron scored 3 straight goals. They're not out of this game.
No.
And you know what? You're going to go in the room. I'm sure there's going to be some
screaming, some words.
A little bit there, if you want to use that word. But, somebody's going to stand up in that room and say, listen, are we going to pack this thing in now? We'll just get on the bus and just leave. Or are we going to go out there and play some hockey? I would assume that Port Huron's going to come out with a little more intensity. Now, they're aided a little bit with a power play to start the period off. If they're able to get a goal, all of a sudden you start believing a little bit. And before you know it, if you're the River Dragons, you got to keep the intensity going and keep the pressure on Port Huron to keep them out of the game. Don't go into a shell and think that you can just skate around. But these guys are hungry around the net, so I don't really think that the River Dragons are going to go into the shell.
Absolutely. 4:05 into the first. Josh Petrantonio got the first of the game, an assist to Paul Fraziot. Then 7:51 into the first. Hunter Bersani, a play from his belly, just diving in towards the slot at a loose puck, poked it right on a Petrantonio stick who was sitting all alone in front of Harney for his second goal of the game. Doe also picked up a helper on that one. Then Adam Vanelli got the goal, 9:46 into the first with an assist to MJ Graham. Graham, heck of a job turning over Alex Johnson, then boxing him out and just feeding a little back, basically like a flea flicker type pass to Vanelli, who took his time and I think ramped it up off of a stick to go into the net for what ended up being his second goal of the year. And then Josh Petrantonio, the goal that chases Greg Harney on the 11th shot of the game, assist to Ian White on a beautiful pad pass right on the tape of Petrantonio left circle, who just slotted it home for his 13th of the year, third of the game. Petrantonio the hat trick. Vanelli also with the goal. That was the end of the night for Harney. Since coming in, Richard Shipman, 8 saves on 8 shots. And as Mike mentioned, 58 seconds of Houston Clinic penalty kill time for a cross-checking minor to Jay Krupp, picked up at the end of that period. Let's take a break. When we come back, we continue to break that one down a little bit and get you ready for Around the FPHL coming up next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons, well, they got their shooting sticks out today, 4-0 over the Port Huron Prowlers through 20 minutes of play. Josh Petrantonio already has a hat trick. We're on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. John Emerald Distilling, fine distillery and a proud partner of the Columbus River Dragons out of your neck of the woods, Opelika, Alabama.
There you go.
You ever been?
Yes, sir. I mean, I actually do. I mean, matter of fact, they had the lobster roll truck from Birmingham go down there yesterday for New Year's Eve, and they were selling lobster rolls in Opelika, and people were just digging it.
We're getting fancy in New Year's Eve out in Opelika.
Yes, sir.
John Emerald Distilling, proud partner of your Columbus River Dragons. The penalty to Jake Krupp, again, 58 seconds. That's the second Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. 1 for 1 so far on that. River Dragons still best in the FPHL, 84.8%. We usually give these numbers during the first penalties, but they've been coming so fast we didn't get to them. River Dragons, 84.8% on the kill, best in the league. Port Huron, 21.6% on their man advantage, which is good for third. On the opposite side of things, fifth best power play for Columbus, 17.6. Fourth best PK for Port Huron at 81.6. Now it's time to take a look around the FPHL. Brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Carolina continues to put a trouncing on the Danbury hat tricks. It is now 6-2, and in fact, I think that game has just gone final. It's a 6:05 puck drop, so judging where we're at right now, yeah, very possibly has just gone final. Carolina wins 6-2. It was 3-0 lap. We left it. Tim Perks got a goal for Danbury to make it 3-1, but before the end of the second, Gus Ford got a power play tally, made it 4-1. Gus Ford came out of the third, scored another. Cameron Dimmitt scored another on a power play goal. It was 6-1. Johnny Ruiz got the last goal of the game for Danbury, 6-2, but Carolina gets the last laugh, taking another 3 points. And this means now that if the River Dragons win all 3 points here tonight, which basically means if this score holds, and as long as Danbury doesn't get a regulation win on Sunday, the River Dragons are going to be sitting in second place in the FPHL here in early January. Elsewhere, our eyes are on the Binghamton-Delaware game. Remember, Delaware Thunder, a lot of teams who might say 2022 is their year. Delaware's year has got to be 2022 because they didn't win a game in calendar year 2021. Now, COVID is a big fault of that as well, but a rough start to the season, and they got the wake-up call for 2022. That is for sure. 4-1, the Thunder currently lead with 8.5 left to go in the second period. Alex Basie got the first one, 11:38 in. Tyler Jurich answered back on the power play, 14:54. But you know what's good after the opponent score a goal? When your team scores a goal. That's what Ryan Marker did 16 seconds later to answer back, give Delaware a 2-1 lead heading into the locker room. Marker added 2 more, one on the power play in the second period, so he's got a hat trick in that one, and he's got his Delaware Thunder up 4-1, despite being outshot right now by Binghamton by a tally of 28-21. We've also had a pretty good fight in that one between Stephen Flago and Brett Miracle. So a lot of fireworks all throughout the league. Man, it's been a fun New Year's Day. You'd think this would be the New Year's Eve celebration here today.
As far as the red light's concerned, that's where the fireworks are happening in this building because it's been lit so much.
Indeed. Around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. Taking a peek over at the SPHL on the Southern Hockey scoreboard, Knoxville continues to lead at home against Pensacola. 2 minutes left to go in the third, and it's 2-0 Ice Bears. Quad City holds a 1-0 lead over Vermilion County with 5.5 left to go in the first. 16 minutes left to go in the first. Evansville and Peoria are scoreless. And Mike, you and I were talking, and I kind of forgot what day it was here for a moment. Obviously, the NHL, we got a handful of games going on, but we got the Winter Classic to be looking forward to. The Blues and the Wild are in, where are they at? They're at
Minnesota.
Yeah, they're in Minnesota for this one. I thought for some reason they've been St. Louis. We were talking about how cold it was. It is 1-1 right now, Blues and Wild, early part of the second period there. Elsewhere, the Southern Hockey scoreboard, looking for our teams that we normally follow. Florida defeats Montreal today by a score of 5-2. Carolina roared back from 4-0 down, had a 5-goal third period, and won 7-4 on the road against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Huge 2 points there for the Canes. And then the Nashville Predators, a 6-1 win at home over the Chicago Blackhawks. That's your Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, we get ourselves all ready to go for the Wild Animal Safari second period next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Cloth or disposable? Paint or wallpaper? Yellow or green?
Babies come with lots of decisions.
Crib or bassinet? Rocker or glider?
So when it comes to protection against diseases, go with the safest, most effective choice, vaccination. To protect your child against 14 serious childhood diseases like measles, meningitis, and whooping cough. That's why nearly all parents choose it.
Stroller or carriage? Basketball or soccer?
So get all the recommended vaccinations for your baby by age 2. For more reasons to vaccinate, talk to your child's doctor. Go to cdc.gov/vaccines or call 800-CDC-INFO.
Justin or Justine.
Immunizations help give you the power to protect your baby. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Back here one more time on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. 4-0 Columbus leads it over the Port Huron Prowlers. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. We were kind of joking around the Winter Classic at Target Field and how cold it is right now up in the Midwest. And I'm sure Port Huron Prowlers fans, those that still might be listening to the broadcast, know how cold it's going to get up there in that area. But there was a report they had to heat up the ice at Target Field.
Isn't that weird?
Because if it got too cold, it would start to chip and get real bad. Boy, between Biloxi and Columbus, we only wish we had that problem.
No, you can keep that problem up there. You know, I like the ice just the way it is here in Georgia.
Well, we get ready for the Wild Animal Safari second period. This will be your last segment, Mike, before you got to take off. So give us your thoughts on the rest of this game. Obviously, things going very well for Columbus, but what do we got to do to finish this out?
I mean, don't change a thing. I mean, a lot of teams, when you get a lead, try to protect it or whatever, and you keep going. And, as far as Port Huron is concerned, get the intensity going right off the bat here in the second, aided by just a little bit less than a minute on the power play. If they can, by somehow or another, get a goal in, all of a sudden it's a different game. The dynamics change in the game.
58 seconds of Houston Clinic penalty kill time to worry about with Jake Krupp in the box. Thanks so much for your time, Mike. Always a pleasure to have you here on the network.
And we appreciate you. We'll see you on the flip-flop, and good luck take 2 in Delaware, will you?
We certainly hope to. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we get ourselves ready. Wild Animal Safari second period next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. That horn lets you know the River Dragons are back out onto the ice. We are almost ready for the Wild Animal Safari second period. Someone's getting slobbered on. Go see Wild Animal Safari, all the great open animal exhibits up in Pine Mountain, Georgia. River Dragons debut in the teals tonight, and what a night to do it. Teal jerseys, triangle dragon logo on the chest, black shoulders, numbers, and pants with white helmets. They go right to left. Across your radio dial, Bailey McBurney, 8 saves on 8 shots. Also with 8 saves on 8 shots is Richard Shipman, since he's coming in relief for Greg Harney. He's in the crease to our left. Prowlers in the road white jerseys, red chest band with the Circle PH logo on their chest, red helmets, red pants, and black numbers. They go left to right. Jay Krupp is in the box for another 58 seconds. So we'll be 5-on-4 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill for just the second time tonight. Petrantonio checking back at his netminder, making sure he's ready. He's ready to take this draw against Matt Graham. Well, I said he was ready, and then Bailey McBurney asked somebody to come over for just a moment. Taking a look at ice in some regard. Not sure what exactly they're looking at. A linesman is scraping his blade across the front area of the slot. And everyone with a little bit of glance over, looking at it, skating over it. Everything seems to be fine. So now we appear ready and good to go. Matt Graham, Josh Petrantonio on the draw. 58 seconds of Port Huron power play time starts now with the Wild Animal Safari. Second period is underway. Joe Pace with this at his own blue line after Columbus tried to dump it down. Pace, backhand behind his back, a pass to Dalton Jay. Didn't collect it smoothly. Has to go back into his own end for it. Now gives it back for Pace on the near side wall. Pace slams it in from the red line. Hits the corner weird. Look out. Dalton Jay all alone in front. And Paul Fraziot, good job. Johnny on the spot with his stick to prevent him from pulling the trigger. Pace D to D over for Johnson. Left circle. He plays it down into the corner. Vanelli lays a check onto a man there. Behind the net it goes. Fraziot triple teamed by a couple of white jerseys, but he will send it around the boards. And here's Austin Doe with it in stride. Doe, right wing, 2-on-2 as he hits the line. He looks, fakes to pull the trigger, tries to toe drag around Johnson. Instead ends up taking it behind the net. And now it'll be found by Matt Graham on the loose wall. Graham, near side, plays it to the far side corner in the zone to our right. Grade rims this one around, hits the stanchion, oddly enough, goes out to the neutral zone. Dustin Henning at the red line just as Jake Krupp comes out of the box. Jake Grade turns over a man. Left circle, he's in over the line. Weighted pass back door. Jagger Williamson couldn't do anything with it as he was well behind the play. This one kicked out here by Henning. All the way down the ice it goes. McBurney will let it come to the crease, and he can glove it there and take the whistle, and Columbus can get their lines resorted out. 18:45 left to go here in the second. 4-0. Columbus leads it. Jay Krupp out of the box means the River Dragons 2 for 2 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight. Face off to the right of McBurney. Williamson against Crawford on this one. Williamson taking his time, getting into the dot. And now linesman ordering instructions to the front side wings. Williamson will win that one. White runs a little bit of interference, so Schultz can take it behind the net. He eventually gets it out of his feet. Krupp, nice pass, tape to tape here for MJ Graham. Williamson driving in right alongside him as they're bunched up left wing. MJ Graham knocked off of his stick, but held in left point by Schultz. Behind the net for Krupp, and he centered it to Schultz, but it went through his stick and all the way back at the red line. MJ's got to take it back. Krupp's in over the line, left wing side, stops it up at the point, rims it around. Schultz racing after this. Alex Johnson watching him. Plays it up further on the wall. Barr slams it down. Icing on no. They say it got a touch there on MJ, so McBurney's going to come out from behind his net and play it. He sends this one around. Barr was trying to chase after it to look for an opening, and instead it goes all the way out to the red line right in front of the penalty boxes. Williamson reads a pass, turns a man over. He's got it left wing, gets around somebody. Left circle, pass back door, and Jay Krupp just couldn't find the angle to get that one home. Took an awkward spill into the boards, but he picks himself back up quickly, and he's on his feet. Here's Matt Graham, 4-on-3 as the Prowlers hit the line. They're bunched up through the middle. A pass to Barr at the right point. He's stopped up by Frazier. Puck leaks out into the neutral zone. Port Huron will have to touch it up. Alex Johnson tripped up here. Anderson with it. He takes it back into his own end and behind the net. Matt Graham racing after him. Anderson will turn on the Jets. Left wing side, 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Anderson lays it off for Nolan. Left circle and a stick save. Made there by Shipman. Grant Mentis takes a hit to make a play. Pass to the right point. Down the wall it goes. Roseboom read it the whole way, and he sends it out to center. Caleb Williams at the red line. Weak pass, but finds its target in Dalton Jay. He backhands it to the slot while Port Huron's changing. Frazier, hard pass off the wall, trying to get Dalton Anderson behind defense, but the pass didn't get to him in time, and Quentin Roseboom was able to cover. 17 minutes left to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. River Dragons lead it by a score of 4-0. All their damage being done in that first. Isaiah Crawford, high slot. His pass went through Dalton Jay as he had an opening left wing to go in towards goal. Here's Frazier with it on the near side circle. Frazier, backhand, sends it down ice. This will be stopped by Henning just inside his own line. Soilis goes back for Henning, and now a cross-ice pass. It's Crawford on the tape. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Tries to go through the legs of Frazier, and he closes that up and says no, sir. Nolan rims it around. Cade Lambton, he took a hit away from the play there. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he is struggling now. Petrantonio with it right wing circle. Pass through the legs, but Crawford got to it before Bersani could in the slot. Now here's Stavros Soilis, 3-on-3, bunched up right wing. Soilis drops it back. Lambton a drive, and a shoulder save made there by McBurney. Puck battle in the right wing corner of the Columbus end. Ozelinch will come out with it. Nice little bit of skating, finds the angle, passes behind Bersani though, and it's icing as Joe Pace will win the race to the hash marks uncontested. Fans, the Columbus River Dragons and Fort Benning Harley-Davidson have teamed up this season for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons game. Simply text FBWIN to 55678 before March 13th to be entered for a chance to shoot from center ice and win $50,000. For full rules and contest details, stop into Fort Benning Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit FortBenningHD.com. $50,000 could be yours this season, but only if you text to enter now. That's FBWIN to 55678. Good luck, and we'll see you in March. Alex Johnson has us in his own end. He sends it down the ice along the far boards. Columbus got a touch on it, so no icing here. Grade takes a big hit, but he lays it off for Ozelinch behind the net. Petrantonio racing after this one. Jagger Williamson is in front of him. Petrantonio's going to dump it in and finish off his shift. Behind the net, Shipman left it there for a moment. Roseboom had to go get it. Otherwise, Williamson was looking for that loose puck. Out into the neutral zone it goes. Ian White, cool as you like in front of the bench, tried to chip around him, but then he got the body taken away from him. Roseboom comes into the zone, and an easy blocker save made from about 30 feet away by McBurney. Schultz sends this one around the near side boards. Jay softly racing after it. Doe gets to it first, but now those two collide. Jay from the bottom of the circles sends that one off of a stick, misses wide, goes behind the net, and now Schultz chips it up here to MJ Graham. 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Graham, nice move around one. Pass to Williamson. He scores! What a bullet! Jagger Williamson, top of the left wing circle. 5-0 Columbus. The angle and the body positioning Jagger Williamson had to reach to get to that shot. Let me put it this way. Most guys aren't even getting that puck on net, but most guys are not Jagger Williamson. A beauty off the inside of the post and in Williamson with goals in back-to-back games. He's got his 7th of the year, and it's 5-0 Columbus with 13:59 to go here in the second. Dana Barker, did you think the second period was going to be any easier than the first? Has not started that way for you.
River Dragons goal scored by number 21, Jagger Williamson. Assisted by number 8, MJ Graham at 5:01 of the second period.
MJ Graham will pick up the only assist, 14:41 now left to go in the second as the puck goes out of play off a deflection. We will get immediate timeout here. 30 seconds and we're back on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
We are back here, 5-0. Columbus leads over the Port Huron Prowlers. Jagger Williamson just got the most recent goal at the 5:01 mark of the Wild Animal Safari second period. First blemish against Richard Shipman here tonight, and Columbus just continues to roll here at home, well on their way to getting this sweep. Still a lot of hockey left to play, obviously, but man, the River Dragons feeling good. That 2021 end-of-year vibe has just rolled over into 2022. Williamson ties up on this draw. Then he gets knocked down in the middle of that scrum by Crawford. Port Huron ends up holding it in. And on the near side boards, cannot be chipped out by Schmidt. He has to go back as it goes to him in the corner. Sent around by Fraziot. Up ahead here for Williamson. He'll chip that one down ice. Will it have the legs for icing? No, as Sufredini has to get to it first. He's out of the box after serving his 10-minute misconduct that he picked up in the middle stages of the first period. Fraziot puts that under the shin pads of Williamson. He'll race after at the right wing side. In over the line. Stops it up top of the right wing circle. Williamson, blocker save. Made there by Shipman as he fired that one up head high. Schmidt is tied up here with Henning. Loose on the left wing circle. Crawford gets to it just a half step in front of Krupp. And now the Port Huron Prowlers come out with it here. Crawford with speed ahead. 2-on-2 as he hits the line left wing. Crawford tries to drive the net, and Vanelli said no, not getting around me. Jay Krupp now moves this over. Left wing, here's Williamson again. Jagger Williamson looks to drive the net. Left the puck there for Krupp, and Stavros Soilis realized it and spun back to get it and knock it out. Edgar Zozelinch with it on the near side boards. Krupp will help it into the zone from the blue line. It rims around. Here's Dalton Anderson on the half wall. Anderson works it to the point, firing a shot for Fraziot. That took a tip off of pace and just went wide of the glove hand on Shipman. He had to be wary of that one. Dalton J from behind the net. This one gets sent along the near side boards. Ozelinch goes to the far side now. D-to-D over to Jake Grade. 13-16 left to go here in the second. 5-0. Columbus leads it. Ooh, Ozelinch, his pass ends up hitting Nolan in the feet. McBurney had to stick that one out of his own crease. Now here's Nolan with some speed ahead. 3-on-3 if he wants it. He hits the line, trending towards the right wing side. Nolan, right wing hash marks, being watched by Alex Johnson. On the backhand with it now to the left wing corner. He sauces it up the wall. Left point, Anderson, a shot blocked there by Pace. Anderson again, he scores! Dalton Anderson, what a snipe! Shipman never saw it. 6-0. Two goals, 2 minutes and 9 seconds apart, as Dalton Anderson now has his third on the season. What a rip right there. Covering on the left point. Joe Pace made a good block, but the puck found its way back to Anderson. He decided to skate with it a little bit, and then top of the left wing circle. I don't think he could have placed it any better in that corner. And Shipman, just by his body language, never had a chance to see it. For the sixth time tonight, Dana Barker.
He shoots! River Dragons goal, scored by number 28, Dalton Anderson. His third goal of the season, assisted by number 24, Brad Dolan, at 7:10 of the second period against Anderson.
Nolan picks up the assist on Anderson's third of the year. Bersani fired a shot from the right wing circle, and we have a whistle. 12:36 now to go in period 2. Dalton Jay gets this one off the face-off win. He gets himself around Schultz. Jay in alone. Barr down, but not in. That one went Barr on the line and bounced out, maybe a centimeter or two away from getting Port Huron their first tally of the night. Dalton Jay is going to hate the crossbars he has seen in this weekend series. Matt Graham tries to play it to the middle. Jake Schultz kicks it away, and Petrantonio helps it out to neutral ice. Pace sends this one up the near side boards. He inadvertently hit Barr with it, and will go all the way back into the Port Huron end. 12 minutes even now left to go here in the second. 6-0 Columbus. 2 goals in this period. Jagger Williamson and Dalton Anderson each getting involved. Bersani hits his man. Coming in with some speed is Vanelli. He shoots, and he rings the outside of the post. Vanelli plays this one to the center point now. Left circle finds MJ Graham. He lets one go. Swallowed up. And a save and a cover from Shipman, and we'll get a face-off coming to his right. 11:43 left to go here in the second. Looking for a refreshing beverage to enjoy tonight's game. And some words are being said. Linesman rushed into the zone. Perhaps nothing. As we were saying, raise the bar with the next generation of light beer. Flight by Yuengling is easy drinking, clean, crisp, and refreshing. Flight is only 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, and 4.2 alcohol by volume. Flight by Yuengling, wherever beer is sold, the official light beer partner of your Columbus River Dragons. MJ Graham spins away from a check there from Caleb Williams. He comes in over the line, bunched up with Williamson. Graham, a backhand across. Sufredini was in front of Williamson to prevent him from getting a stick on it. Roseboom knocks down Williamson, and Frazier is just not having it. McBurney's actually racing out. This is going to boil all kinds of chaos. McBurney's challenging Shipman. Does he want it? He wants it. He wants it. We got a goalie fight coming on down here. McBurney and Shipman, they're squared up. McBurney reaches in with the left. McBurney, he tries to fire in. Shipman goes in. He connects on a right, and he'll end up tackling McBurney down out of all of this. Frazier still wanted a piece of somebody. Somebody's now in the Port Huron box. Frazier was all over Quentin Roseboom. McBurney's going to pump up the crowd. As this is what Mike V was talking about. Gunpowder meat match. That's all it took. Quentin Roseboom had a cross-checking penalty coming against him after he knocked down Jagger Williamson, and the River Dragons were not fond of that at all. Paul Frazier immediately went after him. Everybody found a dance partner, and Bailey McBurney wasn't even thinking about Shipman. He was heading in towards the pile, then realized he was already there, invited Shipman to dance. He accepted, and now we'll have goaltender changes. So Jared Rutledge will now be between the pipes for Columbus, and Greg Harney will now have to return to the game. We have some more posturing as Quentin Roseboom has dropped Shipman's equipment he was going to deliver as he's talking with Jake Krupp from a ways away. Everybody keep your head up for the rest of this game. We're not even halfway through it. We told you this Saturday night was going to be a good one. Do you believe us now? So the linesmen will restore order between the benches. Petrantonio and Henning will talk in the referee's crease. Frazier is in the box for Columbus. It's not Roseboom in the box, and Nick Williams and Justin Schmidt are getting real close to each other. They're right at the center ice logo. And now Schmidt and Pace are going to drop him. Schmidt and Pace, I forget what round this is. They touch gloves on the left hand. They're going to go at it. They're posturing. They're looking in for the opening. Schmidt's trying to control the center of the would-be ring. They clinch. Now they both fire in with rights. Schmidt just connected in with rights. So too is Pace. Schmidt strips off the elbow pad. They're still going in. 5-6 heavy. Pace gets one more in. Now Schmidt's firing in. He's coming in low on the chin. Now he crunches up. Pace gets one in on the left. And now Schmidt changes over to the left. He connects one in on the hook side. Schmidt goes in with a body blow right. Pace is going to hold everything up. And no, they're going to tell the linesman to back off. They put their arms up looking like they were done. They said, no, we want to keep going. They connect in more with some rights. Pace is getting them in on Schmidt as he's ducked in. Now Pace connects one there on the jaw. They're trying to change over to the left. Schmidt goes in with a body blow left side. Pace connects in with a left hook real nice. They're still going at it. Pace tries one uppercut, and it was weak and hits the body. They're starting to tire out. They're still going at it. Schmidt gives next a couple of lefts right on the temple, and now the linesmen have to come in because those two are gassed, and listen to the crowd. Oh my. Don't you hate when a hockey game breaks out at the fighting match? Oh, and look at Pace antagonizing the crowd. He's letting them know. Forever the showman, Joe Pace. You can see why he sold so many tickets in Biloxi. Oh my goodness. So here's the somewhat unfortunate part is I believe by rule Schmidt and Pace's nights are now done because they are the second fight in the same altercation because the first fight, well, you could call it Frazier and Roseboom, but there was also McBurney and Richard Shipman, who both are done for the day. So now there are no goaltenders on either bench. And both of these benches are starting to get real thin. There's a whole lot of penalties. So much math to sort out. It's one of those things where you kind of get the feeling you might just be evened out on the end of it because everybody has been behaving badly. And now we get some pointing between the benches. Bersani's at the red line. I don't know if he's pointing at somebody or trying to help sort out equipment. I think we're finally settled. What remains of the Port Huron and Columbus benches are huddling up, discussing the game plans for the rest of the game. At 11:25 left to go in the second. There's still a lot of hockey game to play. Petrantonio and Henning still in discussions with the referees. There's a lot to go over. Dana Barker's probably going to be on the mic announcing penalties until the next media timeout and beyond. Well, what we know, there was an initial call coming up on Roseboom because as soon as he cross-checked down Jagger Williamson, there was a whistle as he had touched the puck. That didn't stop Frazier from going after Roseboom. He went after him as Roseboom turtled. And then everybody had a dance partner. Bailey McBurney ran across the red line. He was going to get involved in the scrum, realized everyone had a dance partner, offered Richard Shipman. He said, yes, let's go. That was a decent goalie fight, if I may say. And then while everyone was still posturing and talking, Justin Schmidt and Joe Pace got involved. Actually, I think Schmidt and Nick Williams were involved, but Joe Pace said, all right, I'll give you one more, and I think it's round 5. I don't know how many times those guys have gone at it between Biloxi and here, but man, the hockeyfights.com frequent fighter card, those two are populating it up pretty good on their respective pages. So right now, the Dragons have 2 2-minute penalties up on their side. It's Frazier and then it's Krupp. There's another body potentially entering in. Brad Nolan's outside. He's looking as if he might have to serve something. Frazier is yelling across the penalty boxes at one of the Prowlers in there. MJ Graham, Dustin Henning having a conversation with the linesman. A lot of the cooler heads are out there at center ice. Everybody else is at the benches. Krupp incredulous. He just threw a water bottle out onto the ice. He dumps the pucks. He's going to be gone. He's giving it the full Bobby Cox treatment, so he'll be done for the night, it would appear. So who knows what was said to infuriate Krupp like that. But he's being escorted off. He'll toss his helmet. That draws the reaction. At a certain point, both of these teams do have to remember there's more than half of a hockey game to play. And the benches are getting thin. Like in the Fed, you're normally allowed to play 16 skaters, usually 10 forwards, 6D. Maybe you go 9 forwards, 7D, and your 2 goalies. Well, each team has lost a goalie due to a fight. Bailey McBurney and Richard Shipman. Jay Krupp has been tossed. We've seen a number of Prowlers go down to the ice. And the Scott Brand special, ref you inhale with force. You have to really dig back into the archives to get that reference, but I know Scott's back in the front office appreciating that.
We're going to do a little ad-lib game. How's that sound? All right, I could not.
I think this is a good time to take our 30-second media timeout for under 10, huh? Want to call that? Let's call this the under 10. They're still sorting a lot of things out. Let's take a break, see if we can't get some more intel after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 11:25 to go here in the second. 6-0 Columbus. And the game at a virtual standstill after we were sorting out many different penalties, many different bits of craziness. We see the referees have concluded their conference with the players, so now all that appears left is just doing the math, getting the right guys that need to be in the box. And then after the on-ice situation is determined, making the line change. Looks like it will remain 5-on-3 in favor of the Prowlers. 2 minutes for Frazier, 2 minutes for Krupp, and then likely Krupp has Bobby Coxed himself out of this game after what he was told by the referee, which set him off on his way down to the tunnel. Greg Harney back between the pipes for Port Huron. Jared Rutledge now in the crease for Columbus. 11 saves on 13 shots and a fight is how Richard Shipman's night ends. It will be 5-on-3. A faceoff will come to the left of Rutledge. Columbus is just sorting out who has to be in the box to serve which penalties. Frazier, I do believe, is still in there, but somebody's going to have to serve Krupp's too. Nolan and Jagger Williamson are talking about that. I thought Nolan was skating over as if he looked as he had to serve something. And he will step into the box there, I would assume, for Jay Krupp. $11:25 to go in the second, as we said. 6-0. River Dragons currently in front, but they'll have a 5-on-3 Houston Clinic penalty kill to have to deal with. 11:25, as we said, to go in the second. 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes for the Prowlers. Josh Petrantonio leads the three-man unit with Edgar Zozelinch and Jake Schultz to kill off this penalty. Graham, Jay, Lambden, Johnson, and Henning. Quick count on the bench. Prowlers have 5. Dragons have 8. That tells you the type of game it is right now. Puck is down. We're underway with a Houston Clinic penalty kill. 5-on-3 variety. River Dragons 2 for 2 so far tonight, but have to kill off a full 2 minutes of a two-man advantage for Port Huron. Johnson with it at the left point. Down to the left wing corner for Jay. Back for Johnson. Now over for Henning. Henning to the middle. Deflection. Save made at the side of the net. Rebound. Dalton Jay takes it from behind and feeds Matt Graham. Graham to the high slot. Johnson forgot the puck. Couldn't pull the trigger. Oslinch looking to block his shot there. Left corner. Now getting it back is Johnson at the point. He moves it over to the center side. He and Dustin Henning will trade places. Right point over to left. Henning a shot wide of the blocker hand and hits behind the net. Jake Schultz to Petrantonio. Backhand. He'll chip it around a man and he'll go down ice. Only to the red line though. Dustin Henning works it back in quickly, but he's offsides as Dalton Jay couldn't get back into the blue on time. 10:40 to go here in the second. 1:15 remaining in the 5-on-3. Frazier and Krupp have been assessed those minors. Faceoff will come opposite the Port Huron. Faceoff coming opposite the Port Huron bench. And here comes Dana Barker's long monotone, or I shouldn't say that, long, what's the word I'm looking for? Long soapbox speech, whatever it is. He's got to talk a lot for these penalties. We'll recap you here once we know them all ourselves. Right point, down into the corner. Graham tries to work it up there. Here's Henning with it, getting it over. Left circle, here's Johnson. Johnson with a pass through grade, side of the net. Backdoor Graham, what a save, Rutledge. Second effort hits him on the chest. Rebound, he ends up covering it. What a pass from underneath the goal line by Dalton Jay. Hits Matt Graham right on the tape. And Jared Rutledge, coming into the game cold, reaches over, gets the glove on it, then puts his chest on it too, and gets the save. 10:13 to go in the second. 49 ticks remaining in the 5-on-3. And a quick stop over at the scorer's table to handle one quick piece of business. And now we're ready to go. Faceoff coming to the left of Jared Rutledge. Crawford out there to take this draw against Doe. Doe tried to win it forward. Instead, Port Huron will take it over. Right wing circle, Williams back up to the point for Johnson. D-to-D over for Henning now. Henning top left wing circle, looking for a shooting lane. Vanelli clogging it up. Left wing circle over for Soilis. Soilis gets this one over for Henning. He fakes the shot. Right circle to Johnson. Kicks it to a stick. He's being watched by Doe. Pass across. Henning one-timer and a stick save made by Rutledge. Soilis gets this one on the half wall. Henning with it left point. 20 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Henning a blast. Wide of the glove hand. Hits the gloves. Johnson right point. Gets this one over. Dustin Henning left point. Left wing hash marks. Here's Soilis. Over for Henning. High slot. He fires a shot. Blocked by Williams inadvertently before it reached Rutledge. 3 seconds left to go on the 5-on-3. Henning settles one on the backhand. High slot. Fires. Blocker save made by Rutledge. Williamson and Nolan both out of the box. 2 penalties straight killed. 4 for 4 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. Doe ties up with Crawford. Williamson, he gets headed off the pass by Soilis. Port Huron still in the zone with this along the far side half wall. Williamson trying to chip it down ice. Doe was looking for the breakaway effort. Johnson got back in time before Doe could find another loose puck. Under 9 to play here in the second. 6-0. Columbus leads it, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Rims around, hits the corner weird on the near side part of the boards. Rutledge was ready for it, though, at the side of his net. Brad Nolan plays that one ahead. Jake Schultz trying to chip around his counterpart 23 and Sufredini. Now here's Dalton Jay. Dodges a check there from Vanelli. Jagger Williamson covering. Clashes the stick enough to slow him up. Now right point. Here's Sufredini. His shot blocked by Williamson, but he couldn't go on a run with it. Sufredini back down. Bottom of the circles. Dalton Jay to the middle. Matt Graham. Effort not once but twice. Save made Rutledge. And he will cover it up on that second shot from Graham. 8:28 to go in the second. Now technically we get our immediate timeout here, but we already took our under 10. Quentin Roseboom, he does come out of the box. He's got some words for Jagger Williamson, I do believe, as he heads off for his line change. Let's tell you what we know from federalhockey.com. It tells you about all the penalties that we saw in that one. All of the penalties coming occurred at the 8:35 mark of the second. Quentin Roseboom, 2-minute minor for slash. Jay Krupp, unsportsmanlike conduct minor. Paul Frazier, double minor for roughing. So right there, that told you your 5-on-3 for the Prowlers. Then fights to Joe Pace, Justin Barr, Richard Shipman for Port Huron, Justin Schmidt, Bailey McBurney, and Paul Frazier for Columbus. Game misconducts assessed, Jay Krupp, Justin Schmidt, Bailey McBurney. Game misconducts, Richard Shipman, and Joe Pace. What that tells us is the fight between Barr and Frazier ends up being the first fight, then the goalie fight and the Pace fight after, even though a goalie fight automatically comes with a game misconduct. Those two fights after resulted in automatic game misconducts, so they are done. We'll catch you all up on who's still in the game when we get to the McDonald's second intermission report. To be honest with you, though, it's still 8:28 away, and we have drop puck and are back underway. Columbus wins the defensive zone draw. Nolan trying to get around Nick Williams. He got tripped up on the play. Here's Dalton Anderson. Backhand. Nolan streaking left wing side. Just gets to it off the wall. Left wing circle. Plays it across. And that one knocked away before it could reach Grant Mentis. Here's Cade Lambden. Far side wall. Sends this one down. Rutledge gloves it there. And we get a stoppage, a whistle. And because Rutledge froze the puck from the more than halfway distance of the ice. What? I guess they're calling offsides on this. Even though the shot was down all the way, they must have said Jay was in an offside position. And him gathering the whistle from Rutledge results in an offensive zone draw for Columbus. Have we mentioned it's a nutty day today? Austin Doe, right wing circle. His shot ramps up off of a stick, goes into the netting, and out of play. 8:01 left to go here in period 2. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of master barbers at Old School Barbershop. Visit them downtown Columbus, 1041 First Avenue. They'll be open 10 a.m. on Monday. 706-321-5930 to call ahead for an appointment, or visit their website oldschoolbarbershop.com. SHOPPE.com. Austin Doe tried to drive the net. He was tripped up a bit there. Runs into Harney. No harm, no foul. Port Huron tries to move it up the zone. Sufredini plays it in, but it's a delayed offsides. Prowlers can't touch it here. And now Ozelinch moving into the far wall for Petrantonio. He dimps this one in. Rimmed around. Bersani fires. What a save. Harney diving back after the kick plate in the corner absolutely betrayed him. Bersani was screaming into the zone, ready for an open net, and Harney just lays down flat and is able to stop that puck and keep this game at 6-0. .734 remaining here in the second. And Harney keeps this game where it's at. Williamson wins the draw. Graham works it back to the defense. Grade, a shot, deflected, goes wide. Schultz has it from behind the net. Alex Johnson knocked away the pass. MJ Graham will have it now along the half wall. Tried to play it up. Caleb Williams, he intercepted it. Grade takes it away from him at the red line. Here's Columbus with numbers 3-on-1. Jagger Williamson, right wing circle to Schultz, dropping it back. MJ Graham, stick lifted by Caleb Williams. Rebound still loose, side of the net. Williamson has it. He does a toe drag. He's still with it, firing, and a save made there by Harney. Jagger Williamson, heck of a toe drag to get him some space towards the slot, but he took a little bit too much time. And I want to say it was Caleb Williams with the stick lift at the last second. Jagger stayed with it, though, put a shot towards Harney. Not the one he wanted, though. And he's a little frustrated as he heads off for the line change. 7:08 to go in the second. Anderson wins the draw. Vanelli rims this one around. Behind the net it goes. Brad Nolan first on it there. He's checked by Dustin Henning. Grant Mentis trying to come and vulture this puck out. So too is Alex Johnson. Now Johnson and Grant Mentis tie up there as the puck moves up the half wall. Henning plays it back in towards that scrum. Goes back now behind the net. Racing after this one is Vanelli. He gets tied up. It's Anderson who gets tied up with Soilis. Nolan feeds it out. Grant Mentis gets it. Right point, top of the circles. Great a drive. Save made. Rebound. Anderson scores. Chips it over Harney. 7-0. That should be Marquise Grant Mentis' first point as a River Dragon if I was following the play well enough. Great shot, good save by Harney. Rebound just too juicy, and Dalton Anderson pounces on it first. His second goal of the game. He's got the last two in this one, actually. Fourth of the season. Should go him, Grade, and Grant Mentis. But of course, we'll hear from Dana Barker so we know officially.
And the extra point is good. He shoots! River Dragons goal scored by number 28, Dalton Anderson. His fourth of the season, second of the night, assisted by number 12, Jake Grade, and number 20, Marquise Grant Mentis at 13:22 of the second.
Just as we thought, Grade and Grant Mentis picking up the assist. It's MGM's first point as a River Dragon. Shot coming in, a high looper, bounces in front of Rutledge. He gets in the butterfly, and he's responsible with that, covers it up, and we will get a whistle coming up for the Prowlers' offensive zone to Rutledge's left. 6:07 to go in period 2. 7-0 Dragons. Petrantonio with 3, Anderson with 2, Williamson and Vanelli each also have 1. Matt Graham ties up, wins it. Dalton J to the left point. Sufradini, shot, save made by Rutledge. Seeing that one around a bit of traffic, and he takes another whistle. .6:02 now left to go here in the second. Graham v. Bersani on this draw. Graham wins it to the top of the circle. Sufradini fires. That one blocked by somebody in front. Looked like that was Oslinch who got his body in the way. Graham to the middle. Now right circle. It falls for Lambden. Pad save made. Rebound effort went back at Rutledge, and he was still in the butterfly to kick it away. This one gets flipped down ice by Petrantonio. Icing is on. Roseboom wins the race uncontested. We'll get another offensive zone draw for the Prowlers. 5:44 left to go here in the second. Hey, looking for a great place for Italian food here in the Chattahoochee Valley? Look no further than one of our favorite places, Trevioli Italian Kitchen, located 7466 Blackman Road in Columbus. Call ahead seating at 706-580-8136. Striving to create dining excellence through unequivocal passion, humility, and class. Trevioli Italian Kitchen on Blackman Road. Columbus wins the draw, but Port Huron slows them up on the near side half wall. Vanelli has this puck, being bothered by Caleb Williams behind the net. Moves it up for Doe. He got handcuffed. Didn't know if you want to take it forehand or backhand. Took it on neither, and down the ice it goes. Quentin Roseboom has it here in his own end. Circle to circle. Sufradini chips it ahead, and now Williams forgot about the puck. Petrantonio nearly went in there on a rush. He would have been looking for his 4th goal of the night. Stavros Soilis with Oslinch hounding after him. Behind the net they go. Soilis didn't have the angle to try and wrap it to the slot. Sufradini a drive left point, and that one deflected away by Vanelli. Doe on the near side circle, gives it to Vanelli. Columbus is going to change behind this. Under 5 minutes to play here in the second. 7-0. Dragons lead it. Petrantonio chips it ahead for Doe. Doe, high slot, fires, just missed wide of the glove hand there. He had a hat trick last night, and the crowd started to swell. They know what he can do with the puck on his stick. Sufradini is a little bit bothered by the referee there as he was trying to dodge MJ Graham. Hunter Bersani with it, bottom of the circles. Gives it to MJ, to the right point for Grade. Left circle, Ian White fires, save made, rebound loose in the slot. Jake Schultz couldn't get to it as he was checked off of that puck. Justin Barr chips this one down. A backhand effort by Grade. Ian White had it turned over off of him. Barr with it left wing circle. Nice play by Jake Grade, forcing that one into the corner. Caleb Williams with it on the far side wall. Hits a couple of sticks. Dalton Jake couldn't find it in stride. Jake Grade first on it there. Takes some time. Plays it across. That one hit Ian White awkwardly. He couldn't do anything with it. Right circle. Henning a shot. And that ripples the outside of the net. Williamson to MJ. Tries to chip this one out. Held in at the left point by Johnson. Then he gives it right back to MJ Graham. Chips around him, but he couldn't get back to that puck as Dustin Henning has it at his own blue line. Play in front of the Columbus bench. Johnson takes a shot there from Schultz, but he's still with the puck on his stick. Played to the middle, knocked away by White. Another effort. Lambden tries to play it there, and Jagger Williamson in the back check takes it away. White starts skating this one ahead, left wing side, 3-on-3. He's got some numbers. White through the middle. He looks. What a deke. Backhand around. A save made there by Shipman. Excuse me, that was Vanelli. 26, not 25. My apologies. Either way, a defenseman looking to go coast to coast. But a good save by Harney, and it gets us to the media timeout. 3:32 to go in the second. 7-0 Dragons here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the Championship Series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season. Or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
Back here in Columbus, 3:32 remaining in the second. Dragons 7, Prowlers nothing. Shots on goal on the Heckler and Koch shot counter read 30-20 in favor of Columbus. So that's a 12-11 advantage for Port Huron here in the second period of play. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy you're spending part of your New Year's Day with us here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Right point, a shot there from White, and it's sticked away there by Harney. Into the corner it goes. Nolan was bodied up, and finding a loose puck there is Caleb Williams. Matt Graham backhands that one into the zone. Crawford's on a delayed offside situation. Ozelinch, though, is going to play it up the near wall. Nolan racing after it, but Johnson gets to it first for the Prowlers in the near side corner. Johnson sends it up ahead. Ozelinch, he'll find it at his own blue as that pass is too far out of the reach of Matt Graham. Here's Dalton Anderson, who's on hat-trick watch. Feeds it ahead. Here's Grant Mentis. Left wing circle. Pass across. Anderson. What a save made there by Harney as he slides over to his left and prevents the second hat-trick of the night as Dalton Anderson was looking for it there. 2:58 to go here in period 2. Dragons 7. Prowlers nothing. We still have one River Dragon in the box, so we're not entirely clear out of that. But once we are, we'll tell you about the bench numbers. Man, it has gotten thin after the altercation we had earlier in this period. Meanwhile, River Dragons have this in their own zone. Petrantonio reads an errant pass from Caleb Williams. He dipsy-doodles around one man, but then Isaiah Crawford knocks it off of his stick, and it goes down deeper into Columbus territory. Matt Graham on the corner trying to cycle it, but the Prowlers in the midst of a change. Bersani, nice no-look pass. He fits Doe ahead. Now Bersani's with him, right wing side. Gives it to him, right circle, fires. Save made Harney, and on the ice, he'll cover it up with the glove. 2:28 remaining here in the second. It would appear that everything has calmed down from what we saw back at the 8:35 mark. Does that remain? Because we still have a whole third period to play. You never know. Third game of a 3-3. A lot of time to lick your wounds before next weekend. You have to stick with us and find out. Dalton J racing this one in. He headmans it. Blocker save on the shot from Jay. Rutledge will slow this one up behind the net. Ozelinch takes his time. River Dragons going right to left across your radio dial. And the Wild Animal Safari second period. Williamson up ahead. Nick Williams, good play there. Sliding down to intercept the pass. MJ Graham paws one out of the air. No hand passes. He touches it. He comes in over the line. He can't thread that through a couple of Prowlers, and Port Huron has it on the near side boards. Right wing, Cade Lambden comes in over the line. His pass intended for Dalton J. Jagger Williamson was ahead of him the whole way. Williamson skates us ahead, 2-on-2, bunched up with MJ Graham. MJ has it off the drop pass, trying to go back down for Williamson. Hits the kick plate weird, and along the goal line, Nick Williams will take it away. Moving that one ahead, Cade Lambden had that one go through him. Just in on sides, Schultz gets it over. MJ Graham, right circle, fires and scores! Rings the outside post and in. 8-0 Columbus. MJ Graham was trying to find an angle. Harney had the near side covered. Graham goes far post and in. He picks up his 6th goal on the season. And I tell you, sometimes here in this building, when it rains, it pours. 1:28 to go. Here's another call from Dana Barker.
He shoots. I'm kidding. He shoots. River Dragons goal scored by number 8, MJ Graham. His 6th goal of the season, assisted by number 23, Jake Schultz. 18:32 of the second period. That's Graham from Schultz.
Schultz picks up the assist. 8-0 Dragons. 1 minute left to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Johnson moves this one over. Caleb Williams bobbled it, had to reach back for it. Port Huron stays on sides, but has lost all momentum. Grade from behind his own net. Plays that one off the wall. He hits Grant Mentis. He's got Nolan up ahead, right wing. He'll send it through the legs. Dalton Anderson's got the pass left wing circle. He fires, shoulder save, rebound loose in the slot, and Alex Johnson calmly clears it away. Doe drops this one back. Right point shot there from Vanelli. Tied up. A bouncer will fall into the crease, and Harney has to glove it and take a whistle with 27.7 remaining here in the second. 8-0. Dragons with the lead. 4 goals in each of the first 2 periods. Petrantonio had a hat trick in the first, and then Vanelli, he was the 4th one there. Actually, the 3rd goal of the period officially, but 3-1. And then here, Anderson with 2. Williamson had the first one of the period, and then MJ Graham with the most recent goal. And there's still 20 minutes plus to play here. Bersani tried to win it forward. Harney at the side of the net played it away from him. This one held in at the center point by Vanelli. His shot deflected by Doe. They score! Austin Doe He makes it 9-0 with 18.2 to go. When you're hot, you're hot. I don't even think Austin Doe meant to get that one in towards net. He was looking, I think, to deflect it towards the back door. 9-0 Dragons. This crowd's been cheering all day. Just when we thought Dana Barker could rest his voice for the remainder of the period.
He shoots. Rangers Dragons goal scored by number 9, Josh Petrantonio. His 4th of the game, 14th of the season. Assisted by number 25, Ian White, and number 15, Hunter Bersani at 19:42.
My eyes perhaps deceived me. Petrantonio gets the goal, his 4th of the night. Bersani and White the assists. You heard the horn go. Period is over. Bersani and Barr have some words for each other. Alex Johnson sends the puck into the stands for a souvenir. And teams will eventually skate off to their respective locker rooms. $9-0. Columbus leads it through 40 minutes of play. Just a jaw-dropping number up there. And we still have 20 minutes left in this game. Let's take a break. McDonald's second intermission report comes up next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
Social Security is with you through life's journey from birth to retirement. As your life changes year to year, so do your needs. For over 80 years, Social Security has helped to meet your needs and is committed to improving access to the services that make a difference in your life. Today, you can verify your earnings, estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, manage your benefits, and even change your address, all from the comfort of your home. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Watch out! You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center on the McDonald's second intermission report. Shout out the Peasold family and all of our local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's for all of their partnership with us. Coming up, the next time we're at home, the weekend of January 21st to the 23rd, that Saturday game is a 4 for $48 deal. 4 tickets, 4 souvenir hats, and 4 combo meals at any of our local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's, and over $125 value. All yours on a 4 for $48 plan. Call the River Dragons offices, 706-507-4625 for more details, or visit our website, rdragons.com/MCD deal. That's MCD-deal for more details. Limited tickets available for each and every game. This will be the third of 6 games. The 4 for $48 deal is available. And a big thanks to McDonald's and the Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's and the Peasold family for their support. Boy, oh boy, that second period was something, huh? After a 4-0 lead coming into the frame, Jagger Williamson then found one off the left post and in. 5:01 into the period. MJ Graham the assist. 5-0 at that point. Then at 7:10, 6-0. Dalton Anderson found his first goal of the game with an assist to Brad Nolan. About a minute and a half later, well, all you know what broke loose. Jagger Williamson got cross-checked down by Quentin Roseboom. There was a whole bunch of fights, 3 of them in particular, including one goalie fight between Bailey McBurney and Richard Shipman that got them tossed out of the game. Joe Pace and Justin Schmidt have also been tossed out of the game. And I believe we've had another game misconduct as well. We'll recap everyone who's eligible and who's not in a little bit. But needless to say, the benches are out there looking a little thin. Greg Harney had to return to the game. And then Jared Rutledge was between the pipes for the first time tonight after McBurney's ejection from his fight. And the River Dragons picked up where they left off. 13:22 mark in the second. Greg Harney gives up a rebound. Dalton Anderson chips it over him. That goal also sees Marquise Grant Mentis get his first point as a River Dragon on a secondary assist. 18:32 mark. MJ Graham fires one home, far post and in. Jake Schultz, the helper. And the 1941 mark. I thought it was dope, but there was a tip. It bounced all around. Somehow it ended up in the net, and it goes to Petrantonio from Bersani and Ian White. Now, whether that is the actuality of it, I'm not sure, but it was all sorts of pandemonium, and when you thought, man, 2 straight periods of 4 goals plus, or 4 goals, they make it 4 goals plus with that Petrantonio tally. By the way, for Petrantonio, his 4th goal of the game. He has 4 of the 9 here tonight. River Dragons lead 9-0 through 40 minutes of play. Shots on goal, 37-21. It's an 18-13 advantage for Columbus in the second period on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Heckler & Koch, why own a copy when you can own the real thing? Let's take a break. When we come back, Around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin, is next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Stay up to date with everything Columbus River Dragons by following the team on social media. Stay in the know with all the team news on Facebook and Instagram. Get live in-game updates via Twitter. And of course, catch every game on the YouTube page. Following is easy. Search at @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's never been easier to stay in the loop with your favorite hockey team. So what's stopping you? Drop us a fun comment or send us a message and we may just feature you on the feeds. That's @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
These 2-minute breaks are just not long enough. We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 9, Prowlers nothing, as we continue to catch our breath from what was an incredible period of play. Many ejections, 5 more goals for Columbus. And now how about we take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin, Zelmo's fueling life's passions. We do have a final score in Winston-Salem. Carolina 6, Danbury 2. This sets up, if all score lines hold, the River Dragons being in second place when tonight ends. And then as long as the Danbury Hat-Tricks don't take 3 points tomorrow against Carolina, a Sunday 4:05 puck drop at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex, the River Dragons will hold on to second ahead of next weekend where they visit the Delaware Thunder. In this game, Carolina 2 goals apiece for Gus Ford and Cameron Dimmitt. Cody Oakes and Jacob Schnapp also factored into the scoring. Tim Perks and Johnny Ruiz, the tallies for the Rabbits. Hey, speaking of those Delaware Thunder, they are 5.5 minutes away from their first win of the season after going winless through calendar year 2021 because not being able to play in the COVID season, just the state of Delaware didn't make it feasible for them to open up as we had the social distancing, obviously, during the Ignite Cup championship year. And then 0-16-1 to start the 21-22 season. If any team was going to say 2022 is our year, it's the Delaware Thunder, and right now they're in prime position to do just that. Again, 7-3, Delaware leads it. Last we left it, we told you about Ryan Marker's hat trick that made it 4-1. 5-1, Brandon Lucchesi, and then 6-1, Ryan Marker, his 4th of the game. That ended the second period. Nikita Ivashkin got one back for Binghamton. 5-11 mark of the third. Then Yanni Liarakos tallied one in for Delaware on the power play, 7-2 Thunder. Troy Polino has the last tally of the game, though. That was 21 seconds after the Liarakos goal. So we sit at 7-3. Binghamton's got the last goal, but they only have 5:35 remaining in the third, and they are down by 4. It's going to be pretty tough. Some more rough stuff in this one. Gavin Abbott from Binghamton was given an elbowing major and a game misconduct. Just a little bit more bad behavior in this one, much like some of the bad behavior we've perhaps seen tonight. We didn't really have too much of that in the Carolina-Danbury game, though Everett Thompson at the end of the game got an instigator, fighting major, and game misconduct, all the 20-minute mark of the third. So, hey, maybe rewind the YouTube pages and see what happened on there. Of course, here in Columbus, 9-0. Dragons lead in this one. Petrantonio with 4, Anderson with 2, Jagger Williamson, MJ Graham, and Adam Vanelli each with 1. And to let everybody know about the eligibility situation right now, those that have been kicked out of the game for the respective teams have been 3 River Dragons kicked out: Jay Krupp, Justin Schmidt, and Bailey McBurney. And for the Port Huron Prowlers, Richard Shipman and Joe Pace Jr. Now, the 2 goaltenders, obviously the fight automatically gets them thrown out. Schmidt and Pace had a second fight after the original fight altercation. And so actually it was 2 fights after the original fight because Frazier was going at it with Justin Barr. Those 2 have been able to allow to stay in the game. And then Jay Krupp, while all that was being sorted out, had something said to him by the referee he didn't like. He went off, and he went full baseball manager on it as he got tossed from the game. So 3 River Dragons out, 2 Prowlers out. That means the benches are starting to get a little thin. And with no goalies on the ends, too, it really does look like just something a little bit odd. But, hey, that's the type of game that it has been. And the Dragons are in the driver's seat with 20 minutes left to go. 9-0, that's your look around the FPHL. Brought to you by Zelmo Zippin, Zelmo's fueling life's passions. 3 games in the SPHL tonight. Knoxville finishes off Pensacola 3-0. They get the shutout at home and a big 2 points for them. Elsewhere, Quad City is up 3-0 on the road in Vermilion County. 3 minutes left to go in the second there. And just under 9 minutes to play in the second. Evansville 3, Peoria 1. So in the Midwest, the road teams are up. But here in the South, Knoxville defeats Pensacola at home 3-0. Quick peek at the standings as we turn the page into 2022. Obviously, the Knoxville-Pensacola game is finalized, but the other ones are still in the air. As it stands right now, Huntsville in first place. Heck of a record for them, 23-1 at 41 points. But Knoxville with this win, breathing right down their neck. Game in hand, 3 points back, so they won't be able to take over them with that game in hand, but still, 18-3-2 record. They're making it interesting at the top. And the Quad City Storm are also at 35 points on 23 games with a 15-3-5 record. Down the line, Fayetteville 4th. Roanoke and Pensacola are tied at 28 points for 5th, though Roanoke with less games played wins that tiebreaker right now. Peoria 7th at 26 points. Evansville 8th at 22 points. And then there is a heck of a gap to 9, 10, 11. Evansville at 22, to Birmingham at 10, Vermilion County at 8, and Macon at 7. There's still more than half the season to play, but it's one of those things you kind of look and you almost see the playoff. The participants are known. It's just what's seeding, but of course that will always be interesting in its own right. We're also following some games in the NHL. All of our Southern Hockey scoreboard teams are concluded. because everyone was making way for the Winter Classic that's currently ongoing at Target Field in Minnesota. It's St. Louis up big, 6-2 over the Minnesota Wild. 15:54 to go in the third in the annual Winter Classic, being held in a place so cold they said they had to warm up the ice ahead of the game. Never heard that before in my time in hockey. That lets you know how cold it is up there. Elsewhere in the Southern Hockey scoreboard, Florida wins at home. They defeat Montreal by a score of 5-2. Carolina had a roaring comeback on the road. They defeat Columbus 7-4. And Nashville, they win at home against the Chicago Blackhawks 6-1. That's your Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, we get ourselves ready for the Houston Clinic third period. It's 9-0. There have been 5 ejections, a goalie fight. I have no idea what more we could possibly see. Stick around. You'll find out on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made from scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit ourdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center as the Zamboni is making its final pass-through here on the McDonald's second intermission report. 9-0 Columbus here on New Year's Day. I don't know what guys in the room had for New Year's resolutions, but they're definitely accomplishing them so far. Man, oh man, it has just been wild in this one. Josh Petrantonio with 4 goals, Dalton Anderson with 2, Graham, Williamson, and Vanelli, not necessarily in that order, each picking up single goals in this one. And at 9-0, you can kind of say it's basically a point night. However, with 3 guys ejected, tough to make sure that everybody is going to get in on the scoring. Right now, if you're looking at it and seeing who doesn't have a point yet in this one, you've got Edgars Ozelinch, Justin Schmidt, and Jay Crew. 2 of those guys have been ejected, and Edgars Ozelinch had a breakaway coming out from his penalty that he had to serve back in the first period. So he had an opportunity, and it basically is what it is. It's a bona fide point night here tonight at this rate. And see if Jared Rutledge can't find one. He's already got 1 assist on the year. Who knows? Maybe he finds another. Obviously, the Prowlers, they're going to want to take something home with them. Not going to be able to get too many points out of this one, barring a miraculous comeback. But we've seen strange things in the Fed, but we've also seen this sort of situation. We've also seen teams go out there and just try and play to win the period. I know when Columbus was down in this situation up in Watertown, that happened. And I remember when Binghamton was in this situation in this building, Columbus had the lead on them. I do believe they actually won the period by a score of 2-1. I think it was the Saturday game that happened during the Teddy Bear Toss night. So, you know, you never know what's going to come out of this. A lot of times it is some calm. A lot of guys have usually gotten it out of their system, but Columbus and Port Huron, man, they have just had something of a rivalry really brew up in this season especially. And obviously, while the Dragons fans are going to be loving this, it makes you wonder, will it stay calm? Will there be messages sent? Because when you look at the schedule, as we mentioned, the River Dragons travel to Delaware next. Port Huron will head to Binghamton next. And then after that weekend, oh, wouldn't you know it, a 3-game set at the McMorran Arena between the River Dragons and the Prowlers. So will there be messages sent for 2 weeks from now? You guys even know that they're meeting up from 2 weeks from now? I don't know. But it's going to make the third period so very interesting to watch, despite the score being 9-0 right now. We're happy to have you along on the broadcast network. 4 radio stations in West Georgia and East Alabama, of course, here on the YouTube page. We were on Bounce 9.2 last night with a heck of a contest, that 6-4 win. And, of course, I believe today's game shown on tape delay on Beam TV 7 over there across the river in East Alabama. Happy to have you along. However you're watching, we appreciate the support. It's been a very fun way to start the new year, and we got 20 more minutes of hockey to tell you about after this. The McDonald's second intermission report is over. When we come back, Houston Clinic, third period on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
That sound is why we fund life-saving science. That sound is why we push you to be healthier. That sound is why we have an unhealthy obsession with your health at American Heart Association. Get the facts at heart.org/yourhealth.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Prowlers due out of their tunnels in just about a minute or so. This crowd has not stopped their passion. They have not stopped the excitement, even through a bit of an extended intermission to clean up all the chuck-a-pucks. Man, oh man, this has been just a wild night. January 1st, 2022. If you'd have thought, New Year's Day, I don't know if I want to come out to the hockey game. I'm going to be a little tired from the New Year's Eve partying. Man, it's a party and a half in here right now. Dragons up 9-0 and still 20 minutes of regulation hockey left to go as the dance cam's going all throughout the building and fans are going wild. Here come the referees out onto the ice. The Prowlers will follow shortly after, and then the River Dragons out with them. We know the goaltenders are going to be in. They're the only ones left eligible. Jared Rutledge will man the pipes to our left. He has stopped 11 shots so far in this one. 10 shots in this one. McBurney's night finished 11 saves on 11 shots, and he should be in line for the win. Obviously, he was in the game when the game started up 1-0, and again, barring anything absolutely crazy by the Prowlers, he will likely have that one secured for himself. But Rutledge steps in. He's been 10 for 10 in relief as the River Dragons step out onto the ice, dressed in the teal alternate jerseys. Black shoulders and pants with the Triangle Dragon logo on the chest, white helmets, black numbers, and red and white trim all throughout. Remember in that first year when everyone talked about being undefeated in the Teals and they were a real good luck charm? They picked a heck of a day to debut them here this season in the 21-22 campaign. Prowlers, led out by Greg Harney. They're dressed in the road whites, red chest band with a Circle PH logo on the chest, red helmets, red pants, black numbers. They go right to left. So everyone should be cleared out of the penalty boxes now. I don't believe there's any leftover penalties to sort out. We take a look down at the scoring sheet we were given. 8:35s when all that happened. Bunch of 5s and 10s. Everything should be settled. So the penalty boxes, for the first time in a long time, remain clear. There are no backup goaltenders on either bench. Will be 5-on-5. And to let you know the man advantage power, if there even is any, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 9 on the bench for Columbus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bench for Port Huron. Port Huron did come in dressing one less than the River Dragons, and we know they've had a couple of injuries. I know we haven't seen Lauri Vartiainen in a while. So we'll see. Everybody gets themselves ready as the Houston Clinic third period is underway. Prowlers win the opening draw. Dustin Henning from the red line will shoot that one in. Jake Grade is first on it behind the net. Stavros Soilis read which way he was going to go. Has it on the half wall. Lambden kicks it back into that scrum where Ozelinch and Soilis are rubbing shoulders. Right wing corner. Lambden falls to a knee. Soilis picks it out of feet. Henning right point. A shot deflected. Caleb Williams was looking for a tip towards goal. He instead steered it well wide. Williams left circle with it. Knocked off of his stick. Grant Mentis leaves it there for his defense and Grade got underneath it, and that one flips up out of play, and we get the delay of game. Grant Mentis looks like he was going to take it over, then realized Grade was behind him, said go ahead, grab it, maybe feed it up to me, and Grade just tried to go off the wall, and the puck was just rolling on him too much. He'll sit 2 minutes delay of game with 19:27 remaining here in the third. It'll be the fifth Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Port Huron opts to put this face-off coming up to the left of Rutledge. If you're a Prowlers fan, you'd be saying something like, well, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That single step sees the River Dragons win a defensive zone draw to start the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Johnson, left point, rims this one around. Cade Lambden from behind the net, being watched by Frazier. Back up to the right point. It's Henning. His shot gets blocked by Matt Graham, and he was uncomfortable catching that one. Josh Petrantonio, backhand, sends that one into the zone. Henning gives him a ride towards the bench. And now Alex Johnson takes it back behind the Prowlers net. Right to left across your radio dial go the Prowlers. They still have 1:30 here of power play time. Matt Graham gets this one over left wing side. Dalton Jay stops it up just at the point. He fires a shot deflected towards Rutledge. He's able to stop a slow-moving puck off of the stick of Matt Graham. Down the ice it goes. Slowed up there by Harney at the top of his crease. He'll send it to the red line for Jay. Jay gets around one man, tries to pass to Graham. Williamson takes it away from him, chips it into the zone. MJ Graham wanted to race after it, but it goes to the far corner where Alex Johnson is first on it. Johnson sends it up the wall. Dalton Jay with Jagger Williamson being all kinds of a nuisance on the forecheck there. Now MJ Graham will take over lead forechecking, and Port Huron passes during the transition. Here's Jay with it left wing circle. Bottom of the circles he fires, and that one goes high over the bar on Rutledge. Still in play. MJ chips this one ahead. Jagger Williamson wins the board race. He's ahead of a man, dealing with the back check and the sweeping stick of Dustin Henning, and that's too much for him. He takes the puck away as the Port Huron captain. This one gets played towards the middle, hits off Ian White on the chest. Look out, MJ Graham got turned around, and now he's got a breakaway. MJ in, backhand. What a save as he tried to pull it back to the forehand side, and kicking out the left pad is Greg Harney. Right wing circle with this puck. Stavros Soilis, and he is absolutely crushed behind the net by Jake Schultz. Soilis gets it back on the cycle. Left circle, Johnson. Good block in front right there. That's by Anderson. Down the ice it goes as Paul Frazier took a hit to dump down ice. 3 seconds left as Jake Grade stands up in the penalty box. 5 for 5. And the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight is Columbus. Here's Brad Nolan. Sends it up ahead. Grant Mentis with Stavros Soilis all over him. He gives up the chase. And Soilis goes circle to circle in his own end. Johnson moves this one ahead. Off the stick of Grant Mentis, it'll fall awkwardly for Soilis. Frazier first to get to it, and he passed it right back to Rutledge. He tried to play that back behind the net, ended up being a backhand feed right to the goaltender. And good thing Ruddy was paying attention. Sticks it, covers it, and gets a whistle. 17:02 to go in the third. I think everybody knows what's going on here in the building. That would have been a heck of a way to have it happen, so a sigh of relief, if you will. Dalton Jay, left wing circle, tried to pull the trigger, came up empty. Matt Graham's pass went out of the zone as Quentin Roseboom couldn't hold the right wing side. This one played in off of a body, so no icing. Rutledge has it behind the net. Hits the kick plate awkwardly. Dalton Anderson racing after it. He gets to it first, far circle. Now here's Grant Mentis on a race, trying to get around Sufradini, and he does enough to get him away from the puck. Now firing a shot, they score, but we've got a fight. Roseboom and Grant Mentis going at it. It's 10-0. Grant Mentis connects a right on Roseboom. Oh, he just ripped off the lid. What a heck of a right that connected there. And Grant Mentis getting some crowd love. Man, he might become a fan favorite after that tilt. I think Dalton Anderson has a hat trick. And that's not what anybody's talking about. Well, there was hats on the ice. It was helmets from Quentin Roseboom and Marquise Grant Mentis. Oh my, what a scrap. Roseboom is going to head off to the locker room. I'm not sure what they'll do about MGM there in the box either. The goal, as far as I know, will count. Linesmen are lined up at center ice like it will. Red light went on, referee pointed, horn sounded, you know, the usual song and dance. And it'll be 10-0 here in a moment. River Dragons have hit double digits for the second time this season. And a 10-3 victory over the Binghamton Black Bears about 2 or 3 Saturdays ago in this building. Well, with Roseboom gone, and by gone we just mean down into the tunnel, no idea if he's been kicked out of this game or what, but that lowers one more player available on the bench. So now there are 6 standing bodies for the Prowlers with the 5 they have on the ice. They're back underway. Here's Dana. Maybe. We'll wait for it. Here's Dalton J. Left wing circle. Fires. Blocker save made there by Rutledge.
He shoots. River Dragons goal scored by number 24, Brad Nolan. Assisted by number 28, Dalton Anderson, and number 20, Marquise Grant Mentis at 3:23 of the third period.
So it was Nolan's goal from Anderson and Grant Mentis. So our apologies to Brad and the rest of the Nolan family, I'm sure, listening in. Long dump down is on net for Harney. He'll stick it away there after Grant Mentis was getting roughed up after his pass. We think, all right, here comes a fight. Brad Nolan, hey, he kept playing with it. He gets himself the goal. Anderson still on hat trick watch, but he picks up an apple. Left wing side, here's Schultz trying to get around Sufredini. He puts it down into the corner for himself. Behind the net, here's Williamson. Williamson, right wing side to the middle, through the crease. Isaiah Crawford, Johnny on the spot there to clear it away for Port Huron. Here's Caleb Williams. They've got numbers 3-on-2. He filters it up ahead, so Crawford's in on sides and first to the puck, right wing corner. Ian White slows him up there. Grade pushes it out between feet, and Schultz chips that one to center right in the path of MJ Graham. Alex Johnson watching him, right wing circle. Graham with it. Now he's at the bottom, tries to drive the goal line, then caught an edge there on his left skate, still with the puck in the corner, and played it back near side. Crawford first on it. Nolan. Now Williamson tries to seal up a man with a check, but the puck squirts free, and here's Caleb Williams up ahead for Port Huron. Prowlers going right to left across your radio dial here in the Houston Clinic third period. Crawford right circle. Big hit laid on to Williams there. Crawford bobbled the puck. Nick Williams hits his man, MJ Graham, and Ozelich couldn't find the handle on that puck as Lambden took it away from him before he could go one-on-one. Here's Paul Fraziot on the near side circle. Fraziot from the red line. He'll chip this one in. Into the corner. Alex Johnson tries to send this one around. Petrantonio clogging that up behind the net. He boxes out. Still has it. Petrantonio to the top. Vanelli. Left point. Trying to go D to D. Dalton J bodied him up. Now Barr gets it ahead for J. He's got a breakaway left circle. Fires well wide of the glove hand on Rutledge. Alex Johnson at the right point. Down for Jay in the corner. Trying to play it to the slot. Ramped up off a stick and out of the path of Barr. Here's Petrantonio. Numbers for Columbus if they want it. 3-on-2. Anderson racing after it. Left wing circle to the middle. Doe! Oh, off the crossbar. That was carbon copy of the short-handed goal he scored last night. Just couldn't keep it under the 4-foot metal bar. Vanelli, big crunching hit there on Barr. Knocks him down with a hip check, and the crowd roars in approval of that. 13:50 to go here in the third. Dragons up 10-0. Grade, check there by Graham. Those two cancel out behind the net. Vanelli has it on the far side circle. Vanelli spins away from a check, but the puck goes free for Henning, trying to drive the net. Soilus back to the middle, still loose there in the slot. Graham with the reach, nothing doing, and Schultz settles a rolling puck as he gets it out to neutral ice. Pass to the middle. Dustin Henning intercepts it at the red line. He takes a big check there from Bersani, and now with it at the blue line, the Port Huron line to be specific, Sufredini. Jake Schultz gives him a little bit of body work for his efforts, and Sufredini will head behind the Port Huron nets. 13:15 and counting left to go here in the third. Turnover at the red line. Ian White read it the whole way. He'll just chip it back into the zone, though. Suffredini has it again behind his own goal line. Bersani watching after him with a little bit of a flyby. And a 1-3-1 trap-looking setup here for Columbus. Soilis skates this one ahead, right wing. He gets around Nolan, right circle, fires, pad save, rebound went out to the slot, and Caleb Williams had the wrong lane. Pass for Graham, ahead for Nolan. It was behind him. He couldn't get a stick to it. Won't have enough for icing, though. Alex Johnson from behind the net. MJ Graham was charging in. Chips around him on a pass to Williams. Williams can't get it out. Held in right point by Williamson. Down to the circle for Graham. Graham waiting for some support. Stick clash. Puck falls loosely there. Williamson has it. Backhand. Save made. Rebound loose. Soilis will have it side of the net. That puck's still free. Everyone waiting for a whistle. Referee still saw it, though. Williamson at the left point. Holds it in. Gets it around. MJ Graham tried to stop it along the boards, but it goes behind the net for Alex Johnson. Soilis off the wall. What a keep in right there by Williamson. Then nice stick handle around one. High slot. Getting it back. Left circle. Graham fires. Save made there by Greg Harney. 12:08 to go in the third. We get a media timeout. 10-0 Dragons here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons lead 10-0 with 12:08 left to go here in the third. Face-off coming to the right of Harney. In this third period, Brad Nolan has found the back of the net with 3:23 into this period. Put the River Dragons at double digits for the second time this season. Lambden has this puck off the Port Huron win in his own end. Moving this over, right wing side. Dalton J now tries to go cross ice. Hits Barr on the tape. Couldn't settle the pass, though. And Vanelli works it around the corner. Lambden works it back to the top of the circle, though. J for Lambden, side of the net. Puts it through his legs and in the slot. That one cleared away by Adam Vanelli. Petrantonio, nice move around 1, 3-on-2 as he hits the line right wing side. Petrantonio at the circles. Pass across. And reaching at it with the stick was Bersani, but he couldn't direct it towards nets. Doe intercepts it. Anderson fires a shot. That one gets blocked. Excuse me, I guess that was Doe that had the effort reaching his stick, but nothing was doing there. Barr from behind his own net, turned over. Schultz in over the line, just on sides, right circle. On the backhand, trying to play that one to the middle, loose in the crease. Down there is Harney, cleared away, not out. Frazier fires, and he just missed the top right corner. Schultz with it on the half wall, to Vanelli left point. Back down to Schultz, to the middle, Nolan! One-timer, and he whiffed on it, just wide along the ice. Frazier with it in the corner, being hounded by Johnson from behind the net. Frazier with it, left wing circle. Fighting through some hooks and some stick work there from Nick Williams. Vanelli sends it to the slot, and Nick Williams takes a check there from Jake Schultz, but he feeds it ahead to Dalton J. His shot padded away there by Rutledge. Rebound, Columbus will take it. Schultz up ahead. Here's Bersani, one-on-one with Henning looking down him. Bersani shot, easy stick save, made there from Harney. 10:37 now to go here in the third, 10-0. River Dragons lead it. Grade for Bersani along the Port Huron blue line and opts to play it back to his defense. Here's MJ Graham, right wing side with Doe trying to drive the net. Right circle, knocked off of his stick, and here is Suffredini. Just does enough to get it out as his outlet hits a couple of bodies and falls in the neutral zone. Ozelinch at the red line. Up ahead, MJ Graham, right wing circle, fires a shot. Stick save made there by Harney. Suffredini, nice use of the corner to get around MJ, who is trying to charge in for his own rebound. Caleb Williams, left wing side. Port Huron has numbers, 4-on-3 if they want it. A drop back for Soilis, high slot with it. His shot ramped up off of a body. Doe tried to glove it out of the air. It's loose there, and a good clear by Bersani. He'll play it off the wall, right into the path of MJ. He's got Doe on his left, 2-on-2 as he hits the line right wing. Now he'll drop it back for Doe, back for MJ, bottom of the circles, drives the net. Williamson! And a blocker save, maybe even a block. Soilis got down to a knee to get in front of that one. From the red line, this one sent in by Suffredini. 2-on-2 battle in the far side corner. Let's go Dragons, the chant here in the Civic Center. Williamson skates this one ahead. He's got MJ on his right. He's near the end of his shift. Williamson drops it off for Graham. Fires, and a save made by Harney. We get our media timeout. 9:19 to go in the third. 30 seconds and we're back here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 10-0. Dragons lead it. 9:19 left to go here in the third. What a day we have seen in this one. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to have you along here on New Year's Day. We knew it was going to be feisty. We knew it was going to be a fun game. We didn't think it would be like this, that's for sure. Nolan pushes one weakly towards net. Harney will stick it away. Down the ice it goes. No icing, as they say Frazier could have gotten a touch. Vanelli with it behind his own net. Frazier from his own slot skates it. Petrantonio gets the pass right wing side. Stops it up at the point. Feeds Nolan. Tries to chip around a man. Good hit by Lambden. Separates him from the puck. Now a penalty coming up as Nolan is going to drop him down. Frustrated with that. Johnson with it right wing circle. His shot missed well wide. Petrantonio will get the touch. And we get a whistle, and now Nolan and Johnson involved with each other. This is going to draw some... This is going to draw some pleasantries as Nick Williams involves himself. Frazier also chatting with him up. Nolan sits. 2 minutes for tripping. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification of the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Judy Stewart's working on your vehicle. Be sure to keep your ticket stub down to Alex and Ariel's Tire Pro off Bilton Road. If the Dragons score 5 or more goals, you turn your tickets up.
We are back. Face-off coming to the right of Rutledge. 2 minutes up on the board against Nolan. 6th Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength.
And raise the bar with Light by Yingling, official light beer partner of the Dragons, and easy drinking crisp refreshing beer.
Down the ice it goes. Columbus wins the draw to start up this Houston Clinic penalty kill. And the Prowlers skate this one right to left. Alex Johnson from behind his own net now hits the line. 4-on-3, left wing circle, pass, high slot. Graham getting it back for Jay. Lambden with it, backhand, save made. Rutledge rebound. Johnson looking for it. Took a whack or two at Rutledge. Frazier will calmly get him out of that pile. And cooler heads will prevail. 8:21 to go here in period 3. Still 10-0 Dragons. 1:37 of Houston Clinic penalty kill time. Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. Graham wins it. Johnson with it. Center point. Looks, fires wide of the glove hand and hits the boards behind. Frazier will find it. He'll dump it down a full 200 feet to kill off some more time. Harney with it. MJ is going to win the race, so he's going to rim this one around to the near side boards. Alex Johnson turned over by MJ Graham. Backhand pass across. Bersani's in on sides. Left wing circle with it. Bersani's going to work it all the way back, and Henning going to put a hit back onto Bersani. Near side, far side circle. Gray dumps it all the way down to near side circle in the Port Huron end. This one, long stretch pass. Jay was going south instead of north, but he played it in an onside position into the corner. Grade is tied up along the wall by 3 different Prowlers. Lambden puts it through the legs for Matt Graham. He's bodied there by Jake Grade. Graham frustrated as he couldn't get the pass to Jay. This will be dumped down the length of the ice by White. 45 seconds remaining here. And the minor penalty to Nolan. Under 7.5 to play here in the third. Dragons 10. Prowlers nothing. Soilis chips around a man. He's in over the line. With it at the high slot. Johnson. Nothing to shoot at though. Spins it back towards the left point. Here's Barr with it left wing circle. Barr, circle to circle, pass across, ramped up off the stick of Suffredini, and it gets out as he tried to race to cover that right point. 12 seconds left here in the Nolan Minor. Suffredini chips around one. White watching after him. Left wing hash marks. Suffredini works himself down deeper into the corner now. Bobbled the puck a bit, ends up getting the pass to Soilis, works it up. Petrantonio trying to filter it through, couldn't get it to Nolan as he was just fresh out of the box. Delayed off sides as Nolan got pushed off of that line. He touched it. Johnson slams the puck around in frustration here in the whistle. 6:36 left to go here in the third. Dragons 10, Prowlers nothing. Anderson to take this draw against Crawford. Neutral zone draw opposite the Port Huron bench. Soilis has it off the Port Huron wing, gets it back to the defense. Suffredini moves it up to Crawford, trying to use the near side wall. Escapes from Anderson, 3-on-2, bunched up to the left wing side as he hits the line. Now moves it to Barr, fires just wide of the glove hand on Rutledge, hits the kick plate behind. Frazier rims this one around, chasing after it. Suffredini, he has it at the red line. Grant Mentis, he's F1 on the forecheck, watching after him. D to D pass, now to the near side circle. Suffredini gets it ahead for Soilis. Soilis from the red line shoots this one in, just wide at the side of the net. And now here is Frazier from behind the net. Petrantonio from the red line chips this one into the corner. He gains the red. So River Dragons will change with no icing on. 5:40 left to go. Look out, errant pass. Bersani with it in the slot. Fires, stick save made there by Harney. Doe and Graham along the half wall. Bersani lays a check onto Roseboom. This one rims around. And Suffredini will go near side to far side. Geometry was on. Graham's got it. Right circle. Fakes. Goes back to the middle. And then Lambden ran out of room, and Rutledge somehow found it underneath him. Petrantonio was down full prone across the goal line, trying to make sure it didn't slide through. Rutledge somehow got to that. I'd have to wonder, Matt Graham perhaps maybe a little bit too unselfish after that great pass and read off the wall. Had the open lane in, maybe just didn't like what he had to possibly shoot at. And the give to Lambden, I don't know if he was expecting it, and that's how it trickled back to Rutledge for this faceoff to his left. 5:22 to go in the third. Columbus wins the draw. Rutledge tries to rim it around. Near side corner. Lambden tries to pick it up and give it back to Graham. Petrantonio can't skate it out as Johnson took it off him at the left point. Hunter Bersani, he puts an effort onto somebody. However, left circle. Graham to the middle, tied up. Lambden fires. And Rutledge might have got a piece of that at the far post. Austin Doe, a pass across. Perfectly on the tape of Bersani. Right circle, fires just wide of the blocker hand. There on Harney. Bersani jumps out of the way, makes sure he doesn't connect any contact with the netminder, because that could be another powder keg ready to go off. From his own corner, Johnson, long pass ahead, hits Soilis. He's into the zone with it, left wing side, but has to go retrieve. Frazier waves the stick, gets it away from him, and he has the red. No, he does not. Icing as he played it into the zone. Icing the call, media timeout, 4:36 to go in the third. Back for the conclusion after this on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
One more time today in honor of the River Dragons.
We are back here. Looks like might have been a little bit of an error on our side. Get that made up during the post-game show, but we're back. 4:36 left to go in the third. Dragons 10, Prowlers nothing. Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. After the icing call against Columbus, they couldn't change, but they got 30 seconds to catch their breath a little bit. Crawford to take this draw against Williamson. Williamson wins it. Frazier has it behind his own net. Looks for an outlet up ahead. He'll chip it towards center. Roseboom gloved it down, put it on the path of Schultz. Then he overhandled it there on his first touch. Into the corner it goes. MJ Graham works it to the left point, just held in there by White. Down behind the net, Jake Schultz trying to play it off the backside of the net. Roseboom was clogging that up. MJ Graham comes in, hits him, but Port Huron in possession. Long pass, left wing side, out of the reach of Barr. And Frazier will send it up ahead to Jagger. Back for Frazier. To the right wing side. Schultz in the neutral zone with it. Trying to filter it ahead for Williamson. He was looking over the wrong shoulder. Now here's 3-on-2 the other way. Crawford just trying to go straight into the teeth of the defense. Barr gets it on the drop back, but then he had nothing to play with. And now here's 3-on-1 for the Dragons. MJ Graham for Schultz. Left circle. Drops it. Williamson looks. Fires. What a save. Made there by Harney. MJ Graham in close. Waiting for even the tiniest of rebounds to tap it in. That's a strong glove hand by Greg Harney to make that save and keep the game where it's at. 3:45 remaining here in the third. Dragons 10, Prowlers nothing. Face-off coming to the right of Harney. Anderson wins it. Vanelli, right point. A shot chopped at by Anderson on a deflection. Goes across the crease and wide. Grant Mentis battling here. Near side circle. Johnson to Lambden, spins away from a check. Dalton J with speed, right circle, around a man, back turn to the forehand, save made, rebound still loose in the crease, and Brad Nolan clears it out, and the crowd rises to celebrate that save. Now here's Grant Mentis, 2-on-1 potential to Anderson. Oh, and he went for the tip, and he sent it high. Anderson, he's on hat-trick watch too. Vanelli collides there with Henning as they drag themselves onto the near side circle. Anderson drops for Grant Mentis. Now he gives it back. 3-on-2. Here come the Dragons, left wing side. Anderson trending back towards the middle. He fires, stick save. Made there by Harney, and he'll take another whistle. 2:58 to go in the third. 10-0 our score. Face-off coming to the left of Harney. Been all but a formality for quite a while. Port Huron wins the draw. Soilis working it up the right wing side, gets around Frazier, tried to jump around him and ends up tripping over his own stick, it would appear. Grade flips this one out to center, gloved out of the air, and Johnson puts it on his stick. Port Huron gets out of the zone, and now they're in on sides with a cross ice pass to Barr, right circle. Barr, nice spin move, getting away from one man, getting himself some space. Back to the center point, Sufradini fires, deflect, save made, rebound, chance there for Soilis, and he was tied up by Frazier, couldn't put it home. And the crowd approves of that defensive effort. Johnson goes all the way back into his own end with Petrantonio hard on the forecheck. This one dumped in. No icing, say the linesman. White has it behind his own net, over for Frazier. Frazier chips it ahead, too far for MJ Graham. Sufradini has it at his own line. 2-minute warning here in the third. 10-0 Dragons. Alex Johnson mishandled it at the red line. Crowd giving him a little bit of a Bronx cheer. Sufradini up ahead. Here's Lambden, right circle, fires wide of the blocker hand on Rutledge. Sufradini still with it, left wing circle. Williamson picked his pocket and gets it up ahead for MJ Graham. Now for Schultz. Here's a breakaway. Jake Schultz fires, and he rang the bar and out. How many crossbars have we seen in this series between these two teams? Now here's Alex Johnson ahead, 3-on-2. Williamson tries to lift his stick, and Johnson moves it over to the right wing circle. Schultz bothers him for the puck. Williamson in a bit of a stick battle with Lambden, uses his body positioning, but knocked away at the line by Roseboom. Schultz will dump that one in. And teams will change behind this as Columbus touches up. 1:10 left to go here in the third. Lambden, big check laid onto him by Nolan, keeps it in the zone. Anderson trying to work it down for MJ Graham. Right circle, it's slowed up there, and Roseboom finds the loose puck. 1 minute left to go here in the Houston Clinic third period. Anderson knocks a puck away in the neutral zone. Nolan has it, up for Anderson. Right wing, he hits the line, headmanning the rush, fires, blocker save, and the rebound floated high and just behind the net of Harney. Jay sends this one around. Vanelli, right wing circle. Gets it there for Nolan. To the middle. Grant Mentis had a chance at it. High slot. It's bobbled. Knocked away by Soilis. Into the neutral zone. Grade will send that one in. Columbus touches up in the delayed offsides. 30 seconds left to go here in the third. Henning sidesteps one man. Tries to fight through another. He's in over the line. 3-on-2. And he runs out of space. Knocked off of his stick. Doe plays it to the far circle. Grade sends it out. 18 seconds left to go in the third. Crowd rising in anticipation. Port Huron, they touch up on this delayed offsides. Vanelli takes it behind the net. He'll send it around. Austin Doe with it. 8 seconds left to go. He'll just chew up time in the corner as Isaiah Crawford battles on him. And that will do it. And it's the first combined shutout in Columbus River Dragons history. took 29 saves between Bailey McBurney and Jared Rutledge. McBurney will get credit for the win, being the goaltender of record at 1-0. But maybe they both get shutouts. Who knows? Either way, they go and tap up Jared Rutledge, and the team will celebrate at center ice and salute this very loud, very passionate fan base that came out to see him here on New Year's Day. 10-0. Columbus gets the win as they gather around the Dragon logo at center ice. Let's take a break. When we come back, the Chattahoochee postgame show is next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart.
We are back here as we are about to announce 3 stars of the game. Let's take a listen.
Number 18, Justin Smith.
Justin Schmidt picks up star number 3, pretty much dressed in street clothes as he's been out of the game since 8:35.
Dalton Anderson.
Dalton Anderson, star number 2, 2 goals and I believe 2 assists as well. Heck of a day for him, and anybody's guess who star number 1 is.
Number 9, oh captain, our captain, Josh Petrantonio.
Petrantonio, 4-goal night. That's going to get you a first star a whole lot more often than not. All 3 stars of the game, no surprise, heading over the River Dragons' way. Hey, shout out Bailey McBurney and Jared Rutledge, a 29-save combined shutout, first combined shutout in River Dragons history. To be honest with you, though, Bailey, I mean, he had to make a ton of saves early, and at that point, River Dragons seemed to have the Prowlers beaten down into submission in some ways. Rutledge had to make more saves, but I think McBurney, some of the bigger saves early, set the tone and allowed Columbus to just come away with this huge win tonight. Still, props to both netminders. They will split the shutout, I guess. I don't know if there's half a shutout to be given. McBurney will get the win as the goaltender of record when it was 1-0 with his 11th-save night. Rutledge in relief. 18 saves, continued the shutout effort, and the whole rest of the defense, heck of a job by them to keep that one where it stood. Basically was a point night here in Columbus. Your goal scorers, Petrantonio, as we said, with 4, Dalton Anderson 2, MJ Graham, Brad Nolan, Adam Vanelli, and Jagger Williamson all had 1 apiece. Your only 0-point players outside of the goaltenders tonight for Columbus, that is Justin Schmidt, Jay Krupp, and Edgars Ozolic. Ozolic had a breakaway out of the penalty box. He was hit, had a nice backhand move, but he was stuffed by Harney. And Schmidt and Krupp were both ejected at the 8:35 mark of the second. Schmidt, though, he had a fight, actually 2 fights to his name. He scrapped with 1 second in with Nick Williams, and then Joe Pace went at him for, I think, the 5th round over the last month or so, between December 2nd in Biloxi to January 1st now. I think 5 fights they had. Man, those guys, they're tired of each other, but it's one of those things where you respect the fighter's code, and their respect for each other grows and grows after each one. Again, Schmidt, the 3rd star, Anderson, star number 2, Petrantonio, star number 1. Other guys with multi-point nights: Adam Vanelli, goal and assist; Ian White, 2 helpers; Brad Nolan, a goal and assist. Marquise Grant-Mentis, he got his first 2 assists in tonight's game, and he had a heck of a fight with Quentin Roseboom. I mean, my goodness. What a way to endear yourself to the Columbus crowd here on your first home weekend for him. Austin Doe, a couple of helpers. Dalton Anderson, 2 goals and 1 assist for him. MJ Graham, a 3-point night, goal and 2 assists. And Petrantonio, 4 goals for him. Nada up on the other side for Port Huron. A tough night for them. Tough weekend to swallow as Columbus takes 9 points out of 9 and moves up into 2nd place in the FPHL standings. We'll tell you about that as we look around the FPHL next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Jetahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the championship series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season, or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, 10-0. River Dragons put up double digits for the second time this season, and they advanced their home record to, listen to this, 9-1-1. 11 games played in this building, 9-1-1, 28 out of 33 points they have taken by my quick math skills. Unbelievable how they have been going so far this season here in the friendly confines of the Civic Center, treating the New Year's Day crowd to a whole heap and helping of goals, some fights as well. Man, what a show we saw here tonight. Time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Thunderbirds pick up a 6-2 win at home against the Danbury Hat-Tricks, and we'll update the standings to let you know that drops Danbury down to 3rd. But the Delaware Thunder, they might as well be the team of the day. They pick up their first win of the season, all 3 points going their way, and in resounding fashion, 7-3. Ryan Marker, 6 points on the night, 4 goals, 2 assists. Trevor Babin, he allowed 3, but had a save percentage of .935. Heck of a day for him. And then Brandon Lucchesi got 3rd star. He had a single goal in this one. There was no other scoring from last we left this game. Good for Delaware. They pick up their first win. And, hey, they can look at it and say 1-0 in 2022. Try and build off of that. Watertown being the team off, they still very much high atop the FPHL standings, but Danbury's loss today combined with Columbus's win to move them to 11-5-3. 36 points out of 19 games. 36 by 57 tells you the River Dragons are at 6-3-1-5. The Danbury Hat-Tricks right now, 41 points out of 22. That puts them, 41 out of 66, at 6-2-1-2. So a full 10 points if you're just using the 3-digit. I thought there might have been a tie-break thing with the next digit over. But now, once this game gets finalized in, Columbus moves themselves up into second place. And so long as Danbury does not get a 3-point win on Sunday, the River Dragons will hold on to second place heading into next weekend against the Delaware Thunder. More on that in a moment, but that's around the FPHL. Brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Taking a peek around the Southern Hockey scoreboard. 3-0 score in Knoxville as they defeat Pensacola. A shutout win for the Ice Bears there. Keeps them on pace with the Huntsville Havoc. One game in hand. If they win that, it's a 1-point race atop the SPHL between the Havoc and the Ice Bears. Quad City, 5:40 left to go in the third. They lead on the road at Vermilion County 3-0. And Evansville, man, they brought their shooting sticks tonight on the road in Peoria 7-2. They are currently beating the Rivermen with 11 minutes left to go in period 3 there. NHL, we had a full slate early to help us watch the Winter Classic and stay in tune with that. Florida, 5-2 winners over Montreal. Carolina, big time come from behind win over the Blue Jackets, 7-4. Nashville, a big win tonight, 6-1. And a big comeback from Minnesota, but it comes up just a little short. St. Louis 6, Minnesota 4. The Blues win the Winter Classic for 2022 on the road at Target Field. What a day of hockey we had here on New Year's Day. So much fun. And we got one more segment of the Chattahoochee postgame show to tell you about what's coming up next weekend when the River Dragons take on the Delaware Thunder for the first time this season. Back after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
Hey, Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want. And your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeadsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
Prepare yourself for an unparalleled golfing experience. Co-designed by Columbus resident and 1987 Masters winner Larry Mize, Maple Ridge Golf Course is a pleasure for golfers of any skill level to play. Test your accuracy with our fairways, water hazards, and sand traps. We have everything you need to challenge yourself and improve your game. Memberships available year-round by calling 706-569-0966 or book a tee time by visiting golfmapleridge.com.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
Welcome back in, Chattahoochee postgame show. One more segment here on New Year's Day, 10-0. Columbus gets the win, outshot Port Huron in this one, 54-29. That was a third period total of 17-8 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Heckler & Koch, why own a copy when you can own the real thing? I mean, just everything seemed to be clicking for Columbus, and while it took 4:05 in, it just really felt from the word go. The River Dragons felt like this was going to be their game. They were going to be in control of it. I know I mentioned it to Jagger Williamson during the Inside the Lair pregame interview, but the fact that they wanted to take 3 points out of this one, get a result or two to go their way the rest of the weekend, they'd be sitting in second. Right now, they look to be in that position. As long as Danbury doesn't take 3 points on Sunday, the River Dragons will be in second as they get ready for a weekend now in Harrington, Delaware, taking on the now one-game winning streak Delaware Thunder. I think that actually takes a little bit of pressure off the series for both teams, if you will. But both Friday puck drop at 7:30 in Delaware, and then Saturday puck drop 7 o'clock. River Dragons and Delaware Thunder matching up for the first time since near the end of the 1920 season. I want to say February of 2020, so it'll have been quite a bit. These two franchises that came into the league at the same time together have been on very different paths, but hey, both coming into the game with a win. Should be a lot of fun. Action from the Thunderdome